Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. It is Wednesday, which means
Welcome.
No. No.
Yum, yum, yum.
Right.
In my
Start
tum,
again.
tum,
Start
tum.
again.
right. Take it from the top. Take it from the top.
One second.
Edit that out.
Welcome. Fuck.
Hi, guys. We're Wicked Game. I'm Lydia. I think this is Nikki. This is Michelle. This is Tom.
You still don't know our names. That's fucking rude.
I get it muddled from time to time. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, guys. We always do. We're playing the third installment of Divisia Sensus. So let's get these announcements going. Mods.
Ironically, our mods are rockers.
Oh, God. The whitest you've ever been, Lydia. The whitest you've ever been.
It's Sweet Poison. It's Rooney Runes. It's Joshy Longlegs. It's Automatic Flash. Have I forgotten anyone? Have I mispronounced somebody? Whomst have I offended?
Me with that bit at the start.
We honestly are really, I say every week and it ends up feeling really meaningless. It's like when you say umbrella 25 times and it just doesn't mean anything anymore.
Right,
but we're genuinely very we're so grateful that you are just doing such incredible work here in Discord, all over the fucking shop. So thank you very much. Thank you. Dice and a Slice, we did a collaboration with them. You guys know, we did a collab. So not only did you get to see it live here, but now every other week, and then sometimes a sneaky Monday, you get it seamlessly edited, sounding glorious on wherever you get your podcasts. So go and find them on a podcast platform. And Wicked Slice is great. We've seen Tom's thumb. Our stuff is great, but actually go and listen to their stuff as well because it's primo. Additional to that, Some Other Heroes, every Sunday, every other Tuesday, bringing good D&D content here on Twitch as well. We love.
Only good shows.
If you turn up here tomorrow afternoon to watch Dragon Age, you'll be disappointed.
Get out
of
luck.
We won't be here. No, we did it yesterday. It was meant to be Dragon Week. In the end, it was sort of a medium Dragon Week.
You called a dragon.
Anne Dragon.
Oh, who's Anne Dragon? Is she the main character?
Yeah. We romanced, we killed,
We're getting over a breakup. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm. So that's our announcements, I think. So previously on, unless have I forgotten?
No, I think you're good.
No,
I'm just smashing it. I'm absolutely racing through.
Darkest Days is done.
Yeah.
Previously on.
Wait. I ate some tomatoes today, and it was really, really tasty.
Great announcement, Tom.
Previously on the Divisia Sensus, it was first proper day of school. Agatha conjured some glowing dicks. Hiriath, played by Tom, found out that most people in his class are truly the worst. Sonny realized he doesn't actually know who gives him his divine power. Oops, a daisy. Agatha continues to moonlight at her family's tavern after school, as well as trying to catch up, like correcting her spell book. So she is flat out. But she met old drunk George, who asked her if she could save somebody that he loved 25 years ago. So that's on the to-do list as well.
It is actually on my to-do list that I've written.
Old drunk George's story sounds like a line from Piano Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonny, after having a bad day, swaggered in, won 150 gold, literally a year's wage, and swanned out again to find somebody.
I put it all in the tip jar.
Oh, you put it all in the tip jar. You swanned out into the night, into the streets, and found somebody collapsed on the ground with their ankles cut. And you went racing off down that alleyway to, after what you believe could be the perpetrator, the criminale.
Just for a bit of clarity on that, I had a very visceral reaction to the description because your boy, ding, ding, has Achilles tendonitis, and sometimes my Achilles tendons hurt so much I can't walk. So when you were saying both of their tendons were cut, my ankles immediately like my ankles puckered. It was rough.
It's also just awful. Like I think even if you don't have a kind of special affinity to it, the thought of having that sliced is just terrible. So that catches us up mostly. Let us, Nikki.
You forgot. Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but Harion's about to get some tail.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
I sort of gloss over it because for Hariath, that's just every Tuesday. That's every day. That's 7:00.
But as a result, he didn't get mentioned, and I felt bad for him.
Hariath does what Hariath does best, which is make people's hearts flatter.
Thank you.
and McDonald's makes their hearts fatter.
No, roll the tape. Roll the tape.
Nikki, roll the thing.
Batter, batter, sha.
In the heart of Mar Idia, looking over the glittering city of Solarea, is the world's finest centre of learning, the Divisia Sensus. For centuries, this school has hosted the rich and influential and the greatest minds to have ever lived. Geniuses, leaders, holy figures, and legendary adventurers all had their start here. Though the school is built on old foundations, you won't find more advanced facilities for the arcane, alchemical, artistic, or academic, all behind powerful wards. The Divisia Sensus has the finest and most comfortable sanatorium in the known world. We pride ourselves on the care we give to those whose encounter with magic ended with a broken mind. Each year, we instruct students from far and wide in their chosen subjects and the rigors of life at the pinnacle of their field. There is no greater, safer, or more prestigious environment in which to receive an education. Lady Sophronia Apissimos, High Master of Divisia Sensus, welcomes you.
Watching Lydia's face there was the best thing ever.
No. I wasn't ready. I just suddenly realized I didn't have a single dice out. And I was muted and there was no music. We might want that quieter, might we?
This is
Yes.
intense.
Sunny,
Hi.
you have raced away from the bleeding victim in the street.
Okay, I didn't think I ran away.
You went, I'm after them.
Why? Well, actually, I said I cast magic missile.
Oh, shit. Did you?
Yes. Because Tom was like, oh! Because he didn't realise I had the spell.
Oh.
All right.
Mods are confirming.
Now, 1 second, because what you saw was a movement in a shadow.
You described it as like a humanoid shadow.
Okay.
I may have just been projecting that part, but
Then,
I don't think necessarily humanoid was just to add my 2 pennies worth. Penance?
then that is fine. Cast Cast it.
Okay, it hits.
It hits. It always
Smash
does.
myself.
And it is 3 lots of this damage. So the first dart does 3, the second dart does 2, and the third dart does 5.
It's a 10.
I think Sunny basically like points at it, and I don't know what the actual magic looks like because I don't know anything about his deity or patron saint or whatever magic. But I think the magic comes from his little pendant. Like I think he basically goes, "Oh, you stop!" and it just like.
Yeah.
Lydia
The
has
first,
so
as soon
many
as the
books.
first one hits, you hear a small voice go, "Ah!" and a tunk tunk tunk, and as it slips off the kind of edge where it was running, and the second two hit.
Sunny kills someone.
What was that rule? There was a very specific rule in our very first day at Divisia Sensus about not hurting or killing people in the town.
I think you just ping bong.
Bing bong. What's bing bong? No. Oh,
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
I'm with the person who's on the floor, right?
I mean, are you? Because
I'm gonna thaumaturgy and shout for help.
all right.
Someone's been bloody cut down here. Help! You've got no magic that can help.
All right. Can you the thaumaturgy automatically? Can you give me why am I saying advanced? I can't say advantage. There we go. Yeah. Al, have I played this game before?
Advantage what?
Performance, please.
Fuck.
I mean, it's loud anyway.
16.
Yeah, that's lovely. You hear it like the echo of it bounce, 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 bounce off the sides. The person is kind of hysterical, can't kind of get their words out, and they're just like trying to hold on to. They've tried to get themselves up a few times, but I don't need to explain to you, when you snap an Achilles, you can't stand. But they can't even, like, they're just so focused on the pain, they're barely even aware of the fact that you're there.
Can I try and make an untrained medicine check? Or no, I'm proficient in medicine. Can I make to try and like bandage? Like I'll take my like thing off and just start like wrapping it around. Like I imagine Sonny has so many cuts on his legs and stuff like that, because I imagine he like gets scrapes and stuff like that, and he doesn't know any healing, so he's not going to like magic his way.
You're your mother's sports masseuse.
I mean, the things that she's moving, I don't think he.
Give me a medicine check, please.
Oh, fuck. 14.
Okay. There's quite a lot of them like batting you away because the pain is really acute, and
you have to listen. Like you can't stand on them, and you've got to put pressure on it. Look. You've got to stop. You've got to stop.
You'll have to roll a very good persuasion check to get them to stop being hysterical.
12.
Nope.
Right. Okay. Just I know it hurts. Quick, just bite on this, and I'm gonna.
You've staunched the bleeding. You've done a fairly good job. Your medicine check was all right, but they are, they're sort of like, they're just sort of there. They're not bleeding out, but they can't kind of get up or walk anywhere. You can see, the noise that you made. There's like a few people they're standing way back. They like clearly don't want to get involved. They're sort of other people, just local people who are walking in the street, who just kind of like looking, but they're a good like 15 feet away on the other side of the street, they're just rubberneckers. They're watching.
I'm thinking I'm going to thaumaturgy again, and this time I'm going to shout Riot, Agda, Nevma.
Sorry. There is a second A in my name.
I don't have the syllables. Come on. I'm just going to start screaming, and then it's going to get to like, Chris, Henry, someone!
Henry!
Bastard! Someone come and help! This cannot happen! Just,
Not on my worst day.
this has been absolutely rotten!
Give me another advantage performance roll.
Oh, God.
18.
Okay, that's really good.
I've got a +0. Give me it.
I know you're doing so good. I can't express it enough. You're doing so good.
Still no help.
Fuck, this is
Orion.
worse than the natural 20 creepy babies.
Hariath is a big no. Hariath's so busy right now.
Arad's in an alleyway somewhere going. Sorry, carry on.
Agatha is behind a door, like polishing, making sure that the like glasses are all clean. So they are both. I have rolled to see if somebody else is there, and you rolled well enough to catch Pluto's attention, who you just absolutely rinsed at the game at cards.
Oi, me! Look, I know we just took all your money. Someone's just had their ankles cut, and I just a spell happened, and they fell and they hurt. I think it might be them, or it might be someone else. In which case, 2 bad things are happening. But we need help. I ain't got no healing spells. You got some in?
I think I have a little. Do you want to go run out? Do you want to do that? Do you want me to go? Do you want me to? What shall I do? I'll just. And he puts. Just he's talking to you, but he just dips his hand on the person,
I'm gonna
and
run
they
over to
immediately.
the one I hit then. If he's like looking after this person, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
You stay here with them, and I'm gonna run over to the thing I hit.
And there's nothing there.
Is there like nothing? Like no blood? No like.
Roll
mess?
perception check. Roll perception check.
Fucking let's go. Oh, it's a 17 on the dice, Lydia. +4, 21. Let's go. I got eyes that can see.
There is what you can see, because that's really good. You can see that there was a turned over barrel that had water in it, but the water hasn't pooled into a proper puddle yet. It's still like splashed around the floor, so you know that just happened. You can't really see footprints.
Fuck.
Wait, what was it again? It was 20 what?
21.
Fair. You hear something further down the alleyway.
Right.
But it's dark down here. For some reason, the streetlights, there's very specific streetlights in the city, and there aren't any down this alleyway.
I'm not going to be that guy who shouts dark vision at the end every time they say the word dark.
I got it. I see it right here. I know you got dark vision.
I don't know. So I'm actually going to, not as a ritual spell, but I'm going to truly cast Detect Magic in the hope that this person has something magical on them that will glow and therefore glow in the dark.
Incredible. That is your second spell,
That's
is it not?
Last first level spell slot.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
The magic that you detect is on Pluto behind you, and that's it.
That's it. There's no other magic in this place.
None.
Fucking bullshit. Where I'm from, every cunt's got some. I can't take on after them. It's just too dangerous.
Don't.
It's just so dangerous though, because like you you never go to a second location, like because that's how they like kill you and steal your feet or something.
At this level, I cannot fight Bing Bong.
I absolutely cannot.
Why is it Big Bong?
Bing Bong's in year 2. I've got no
Because
chance.
Lydia, you went. Oh, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough for it to be Bing Bong.
Oh!
Either that or
Right.
fucking what's her face from last campaign.
Right, Sonny might have a mean streak in him, but he is one thing more than mean, which is kind. So instead of having a fight with someone who said a mean thing to the person you're with, you're going to make sure the person you're with is okay, which is more important. So Sonny's going to go back and go, how are you doing? Like, what's going on, Pluto? Is your ankles okay? Look, have you been able to do anything?
No, they're quite fine. Look, there's not even a scar. And you sort of see these ankles that are absolutely pristine, and he's just wiping off the excess blood.
And then just sort of like a lean past Pluto and all other rubberneck and goes, "Oi, you lot, show's over, and one of you rubberneckers better be going to get a custard, or I'm going to nut you." Chop chop, dickheads.
They go, and as they're going, there's a half orc that's at a jog that's quite like.
Why do you have to do me like this, mate?
This is Tom's insert. We all have them. Mine's Henry.
What is it?
Right, mate. Someone slit her ankles. Right. Sorry, my name's Sunny Birchwater, the Koala Birchwaters. How are you? What's your name?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Nice to meet you. Right.
I'm Grim.
No, I think you look okay. You're just a bit out of breath. Right. So this woman, right, this person here had their ankles slit. Right, but they're okay now. Like we managed to catch them, stop it, and this mate here did some magic and stuff. But I think I hit the person that did it, and they're off down that alleyway. Although I don't think you're probably going to catch them at this point. No. Oh, yeah. It just
Goes down the alleyway.
Right. Well, the crime happened that way, and this person's okay now. So I suppose, is it even a crime? I don't know the logistics. I'm not.
He's gone. He's such a flat-footed runner. Like he's not unfit. Like he's not heavy. He's just so flat-footed. You hear the foot of his boots on the cobbles.
It's just rude, Lydia.
Pluto.
Yes.
Now that they're feeling better, did a crime even actually happen? I'm glad I didn't take sociology because I'm pretty sure this is what it is.
Yes. Their purse has gone.
Oh shit! Are you okay?
That was a very organised mugging.
Organised? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Slit both her ankles.
Craig, up your head and lifts up this person. Craig here was mugged.
Who?
Craig.
Oh, hi, Craig.
And Craig holds out a bloody shaking bloody hand going.
You're right. Sure. What did they take from you? If you don't like.
My purse. It was my.
How much money did you have in it?
I had 1 silver and 10 copper.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
hun.
I'm gonna pull out a gold and be like, don't show the rest of those. No, shush, Craig, look at me. Right. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Where I'm from, sometimes people's purses get taken, right? And very often the customers can't do shit all about it. Hopefully they do something because you got your ankle slit, but this should cover you, I don't want you to go without food or nothing.
He takes the gold and looks at it and goes, "Can I have another one?"
Inside check it.
Yeah, of course.
18. I mean,
this guy he's just an absolute chancer. He's an absolute chancer. He's seen that you've got nice chain around your neck. Your rich boy surfer chic is obvious to him, and also Pluto's really rich, so he's just like, I reckon he's got another one to give me. Just thank you, but another one.
He's not hurt anymore, is he?
No, he's absolutely.
I actually don't come out with much money because muggers, and then I won 150 gold, but I gave that as tip. So that's the last of what I've got on me.
You gave it as a tip.
No, yeah.
He took it from me,
Yeah, I did.
As a tip.
Mate, I'm gonna be honest. You're so bad at Three Dragon Ante.
I'm absolutely dreadful. I know.
Why did you bet so much money?
Because honestly, you came in with a wild look in your eye, and no one else wanted to play it, and there was a sort of awkward pause, and I was just like, "I'll do it."
Mate, the deck
this is my first year. You're my responsibility.
Right, but mate, I had a deck of cards that had my family name on them.
I did see that. That is impressive. I'm happy to lose. It was a good game.
I'm not saying it's impressive, mate. I mean, your situational awareness is dog shit.
Well, there's that, but also, sorry, Craig. Good evening to you.
Hi,
sort
Craig.
of shoot away a little bit. Let's walk and talk. I really enjoyed it. I don't get to play that game very frequently, and I really enjoy it. I don't mind. That's great. I've actually never really been to the Apennine before. Oh, I have once, I think. So I'm very happy that they get that. That's tremendous.
So what's the deal with
Um,
all your mates?
Well, my warlock friends.
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, like, what's because they seem like a lot, and you seem like less like a lot, but like, you know, still something.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know if you've come across this before, but it's just one moment while the atmosphere just changes ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Please, thank you. I feel like someone's about to get stabbed.
Yeah, Pluto, bye.
It's it was such a wonderful, wonderful soundtrack for that conversation in particular.
This one, I can't remember what it sounds like. I think what you'll find, because this is a day for you, but what you're going to find is that you have a bond with the people who you have a primary with, and
I'm going to be honest to you right now. I spoke to one bloke in my primary, and he's got no feet because they're all goo because he won't take his shoes off.
you'll love him.
I tell you something, mate. I fucking won't.
I'll tell you the first thing.
Hey, look at my feet, and what do you see?
They could do with some moisturizer. I'm not going to lie. Would you like a little?
I mean, I've got some. It's fine. I've got creams and salves and stuff.
Do you have a pumice? Because I see some cracked heels.
You think I've not got pumice? You think I've come all the way from Kuala with no pumice?
I mean, I'm glad to hear it. They look like hardworking feet. You'll be very good friends with anyone in your primary, and you'll be so close to the people who are in your cloister. That Bing Bong, she's my girl. She was in my cloister year 1. I would do anything for her.
Me, I know your thing. You've got nothing, so you just latch onto everyone who's immediately around you. That's your thing. You're like Mars. You're like human, like Mars. You're like the humanoid version of Mars. You just sort of like latch onto whatever's around, and they sort of make that your ecosystem. I knew you had a thing.
These people are meant to be looking after us.
He steps in front of you and stops you, putting his hand on your sternum area. Sonny,
What?
that was rude. You do not want to be rude to me. Do you understand?
Well, I mean, yeah, I wasn't trying to be rude.
Just say if you understand.
I don't think you understand. Like, I'm not saying it. Like, moss is very important to each ecosystem, but like,
You were rude. You were rude.
I know, and I apologise that you thought I was being rude, but I need you to
Let's
understand.
let's walk again.
I need you to understand where I'm coming from. I'm from the desert. Moss is very important. It's vital to like wet ecosystems.
I don't like to be compared to it. I appreciate from your perspective, it's fine. I don't like it, and we had a lovely evening before that.
No, you didn't, mate.
I enjoyed our game of cards.
No, but someone got sliced and mugged.
Yes, that's unfortunate, but we sorted it out. That's what we do. Yeah, we turned that man had a terrible evening, and we turned it around. This is what it is to be who we are. Do you understand? No. Oh dear.
What's you putting that face for me?
Well, I feel like we're not syncing up.
You can see that again, mate.
Yeah. You're like walking up that little hill now. You're kind of pulling out of the city and up the hill towards the front thing of the school. And he tries his best to sort of fill the silence that conversation created. But it is sort of just a smattering of chat here and there. And then you are back in the cloister, and he goes, "Good night," and goes into his room and shuts the door. Agnes, I'd imagine. Oh, Agnes, good fucking God.
Oh, Lydia.
Tom, I blame you. I've done that twice now, and I blame you.
You should, but you're the DM. It's so much worse, Lydia.
Michelle
Agatha.
will remember this.
I'd imagine that you are perhaps like 45 minutes to an hour behind because he left before closing time. There was a kerfuffle or whatever, but you got to like, so it's like past midnight or whatever. Neva made her own way back. Or no, Neva would walk with you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think last time I left it was Agatha kind of like cleaned up a whole bunch and then was just like working on her books and stuff, waiting for like the last few people to get out. So yeah, I think she'd walk back with Neva if Neva stays.
And Hirath, you've gone to a different cloister, yeah?
Yeah. I think I went to their cloister.
Such fun. So you get a good night's sleep, or you get a partial good night's sleep. I'll say this: the last couple of nights you haven't had a full. You know, if we were playing traditional D&D, I mean, we are playing traditional D&D. I don't know what I'm talking about, but if we were being super strict about it, you're not getting a full night's rest. Neither nights have you. But what I'm sort of going to do with this is it will be more like a cumulative exhaustion thing that might happen because you're getting little bits clipped off each night because you're not getting a full night's rest. So I'm not being super strict about you didn't get your full 8 hours, so you're getting
Yep.
But it will catch up with you, says the voice of doom.
Duly noted.
But you sleep, you wake, ring, breakfast is served. And you tell me if you are ever doing something different, if you're ever like, Hiraeth, did you like sleep at the other cloister? Did you sneak back? Are you doing a walk of shame? What are you doing?
No, I think I probably sort of like I probably stayed for a polite amount of time and then essentially did this was fun and kind of
they're so
home.
Like you say this was fun and you just like you're speaking to somebody who's partially in a coma.
Perfect. In that case, I take my stuff and I pop back to Cloister Dodeca in the early hours of the morning. I'd have thought sort of sneak in, make sure that Sunny's still alive, make sure that Pluto hasn't murdered them in their sleep, and then head to bed. You see shapes under sheets that are breathing. You know what? I think I would probably sort of like the alcohol's sort of starting to wear off, and I'm starting to feel a little bit morose. I'll probably sort of like take a small inventory of all of the stuff that I've got in my bag, in my sort of suitcase.
In your chest and your
just like just an ocular pat down as opposed to a tangible one, and just kind of like look at the things that I've been sent with.
Your family sent you with a lot of jewels as like currency, because the kind of exchange rate is not that, it's very difficult. So the little amount of coins that you had, I say a little, it's thousands, but to you, that's a very small amount of money. And the reason why it's such a small amount of money is because it's very difficult to get the coin that they use in the Iridian Empire, where you are from. So they sent you with a lot of jewels. Additionally, you have a lot of substances in vials. I think I'll be more mysterious about it. That came from your friend from home. You've got lots of interesting bits and bobs there, but there's no little keepsakes. There's not a lot of little portraits of the family or tokens from anybody.
I think this is probably like the first time that I've fully kind of looked through it, and I think there's a definite kind of no one's here to see it, but there's definitely a feeling of kind of longing for those bits of home that are missing. And I think he sort of like after a little while just kind of shuts the lid of the case and just goes to sleep.
One of the things that you do have, which we touched on briefly last week, is that you have the Feywild equivalent of Tani, which is somewhere between a pixie stick and a Twizzler. You know, it's a gummy sweet, and it has got insects in it. But what it also has is a kind of confectionery that's actually a mineral that is harvested from like streams and stuff in the Feywild, which is a bit like popping rocks and has a sherbety kind of flavor. So it's a lot to eat, and that's what you gave Nevma that made her quite like hyper and immediately stopped being the Nevma that we've come to know and wanted to climb on your shoulders and be carried about. So that's the one thing that has a kind of, you know, something with some real feeling and connection to it.
Yeah, that sort of nostalgic kind of value of having Tani as a kid kind of thing. I think I sort of like shove it down a little bit further into my suitcase. And I just sort of take out the little case that has like a little the head of a quill in it, look at it for a minute, and just kind of there's a small smile on my face, and then I shut that and pop it back and like right down to the bottom, and then I go to bed.
Cool. All right, and then a few hours later, literally just a few hours later, pring, breakfast is served, and you guys reluctantly drag yourselves down to get some food. And
is it like breakfast is really early, or would Agatha have time to wake up like early-ish to start like getting some bits done?
Breakfast is served at around 6, and classes start at then around 7.
Oh, okay.
You can get up beforehand if you wanted to get some stuff done.
It's like a 2-star all-you-can-eat resort, where breakfast is 5:45 to 6:15, and it's unlimited, but for those 30 minutes.
Agatha will just obviously take her books and stuff with her, and as we're sat at the table, I think the thing she's trying to work on at the moment is she knows she can copy the like other dancing lights, but she wants to figure out how Kai did his, and she wants to see if she can make hers look like little bumblebees.
Oh.
I was like, okay, it's kind of a similar shape-ish.
No, just dicks with bumblebee wings.
It's little winged dicks now.
Bumble dicks.
Hey, listen, if you ever think that something's impossible, just think that a dick can keep itself afloat with just the strength of its bumblebee wings.
By all known laws of aviation, dicks should not be allowed to fly.
Are you attempting this on your own, or are you approaching Kai to assist you?
I think she's gonna try and figure it out on her own, and then probably realize that she does need his help.
Roll Arcana on for solo.
13.
You have like cup of coffee or whatever it is that you think that Agatha has like around your books, and you're looking at this page that you have put into your new spell book that you had kind of stolen out of Kai's book way before, and you're looking at the spell that your master gave you. That makes it sound like he's your master. The professor gave yesterday, which is the original spell, and you're looking at the differences, and you go, I can see what the differences are. What I would do to try and work anything out further is take the places where those are different and start experimenting with how the lines can be different and see what happens. And as you do it, somebody you're just sort of starting to think it. Somebody behind you puts their hand down on your page and goes, "Don't do that. Don't do that."
Oh, what is it like? No magic at breakfast or something?
Sorry. Aggro, what are you thinking? You can't just fiddle around with these things and you know, what do you realize what you could end up doing and making? And do you realize that they have their eyes on you already? What are you trying to do?
I hit him with my book. I just pick it up and hit him. Dicks! Blue dicks!
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. You stole them out of my book.
Yeah, but why does anyone need that?
Do that. Just ask. You know, they literally look at that guy. That's my teacher. He's watching you, and you are now fiddling around, experimenting with writing spells. You've been here one day.
All right. No, I just thought if you can do it, anyone can do it, right?
Well, immensely insulting, but all right. I see where you're coming from.
Look, I just look. I have to look.
You want them to be bees, right? Don't you? It's adorable.
Don't say adorable. I was then about to apologise. Now
Aggro, you're so adorable. It's absolutely the most adorable thing I've ever heard. Whittle biddle bumblebees. Whittle biddle bumblebees. I'll do that for you.
I don't need your help. It's fine. I'll just do normal. I'll just do normal.
Come round to my cloister later. I'll sort it out for you. Just say, Kai, please can I have some help? And I'll do it. Whatever you want. Cock blocker. Just say it.
She just really mutters it underneath her breath.
Sorry, what was that? No, sorry, what? Just one more. Sorry, let me just get my. What was that?
Kai, can you help me with my dancing light spell, please?
Oh, fuck, it's like a healing spell. Woo! Of course I will. Come around. I'll sort it out for you. Yeah? Do you go to worship? Because I do a lot of like homework during worship.
No, I tend to go to work. But
Are you doing a shift every single day?
Yeah, they need me.
I mean, I'm sure that they do, but that's quite a lot to put yourself through. Are you not tired? You must be shattered.
Agatha just goes to grab what is probably her third coffee and is like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, I can hear your heart rate. It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
All right, well, whatever you think is best. I'm not going to interfere too much. But
is it what kind of will it calm down for a couple of days? If Agatha thought about it, would she be like, it'll probably be quieter tonight, they can probably manage without me for a few hours?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
You can't tell at the you mean at the tavern?
Yeah. Tavern.
No, because there isn't really so much of a feeling of a weekend and a weekday.
Yeah.
So it's not like you go, oh, it's a Monday, it's all right, I'll take the night off.
Everyone's just fucking on it.
Yeah, especially I imagine the first week is probably kind of busy anyway.
The one day that you know is that you would have information, or I won't even make you roll for it, is that when they said every 12 days you get a day off, that you can do, that day's fucking mental in the city.
Okay. Then.
So we get a day off, is what you meant. Agatha does.
Then I think she's gonna try and squeeze it in before, and then she'll go do a shift later, but she'll go see Kai during worship.
Okay, cool. All right, so
yeah, basically, we just stopped this guy's ankles from being slit, and I know he sent the questions down to this person who slit her ankles, stole the person, ran down the alleyway, met a bloke called Fine. He seemed a bit out of breath, but it was, and then I think maybe I insulted Pluto. So it's just, all in all, just not a great day.
Why do I miss things like this?
I missed it too. I feel wow.
I was just having I was having a day, and it just didn't really stop. I hope today's going to be better, but we never know.
I was hoping to buy you a drink, but you were in and out so quickly, and then you were gone.
I was having such a bad day that I just really wanted to do something I was good at.
Oh yeah, nice. I get it. That
Yeah,
I completely get
and then
it.
I left, and then I was in a situation that I just really wasn't equipped for. So like that very small high I managed to manufacture for myself
Yeah.
just immediately collapsed
Just
through.
ruined. Absolutely. Did you? So you didn't know who did them? Who stole?
No. I hit him with some kind of spell, but like that didn't stop him. So
Some kind of spell? You
Yeah,
didn't
like-
know?
it was a magic. It was like a mishap, but it was the magic. I just mostly just pointed to them, and then magic came out of my coin.
No, don't cry. No,
I'm
don't
not
cry.
gonna. I'm not gonna cry, Never. It's just sort of like, look. Like, Agatha knows that. Oh, he's gone. Agatha. Sorry, I was just telling them a lot about the person who got their ankle slit and the purse
What?
stolen. Yeah, it was a guy, bloke called Craig. Bit of
Craig?
a chancer, but he's fine. But yeah, I was just telling them about it happened near your bar, so be careful when you're walking to and from work. But like I need to go talk to Mr. Mims, Dr. Mims, Professor Mims, Master Mims.
Dr. Mims.
I don't know.
Doctor, that famous religious doctor, Dr. Mims.
Yeah.
Head of religion, Dr. Mims.
Mimsy. All Mimsy were the Borogroves and all that. Another Jabberwocky reference every campaign.
No.
And then I'm just sort of like I'm just so lost really. How's everyone else's primaries going? They're going okay? You feel capable?
No.
What did that bloke want?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. So it's a long story, but I accidentally summoned blue floating dicks in my first class yesterday, and my professor thinks I'm pathetic.
Classic
and
hijinks.
all the other students hate me already.
And I want to see the dicks.
All the other students and my professor thinks I'm shit, and all the other students hate me too. Are we all having the exact same experience?
Right.
I'm actually the best in my class.
Oh fuck!
Of course you are. No, I mean, my class feels they're all very similar.
Oh really?
All very
Uppity.
yeah. Very, very Chad-like.
Right.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
is Chad a friend of yours?
So that's Chad. let me tell you about Chad. He is the worst.
Just from your tone of voice, I totally got it.
No, yeah, it's fine, I suppose. But yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it's
I would
first
like
week,
to.
but-
I would like to hear more about these people who dislike you, Agatha. Do we need to?
No. Oh my god. No. Like it's not like I just know they don't like me.
Oh, so it's more a feeling that you get as opposed
Yeah.
to them saying that they don't like you.
Yeah. It's like a strong feeling that they don't like me, and I think my professor. I don't know if he doesn't like me or if he pities me. So that doesn't feel great, but he also says he wants to help. So
That's a good thing.
yeah, he seems alright. He seems quite nice actually.
Maybe things would be better in your secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What is your secondary? What did you put down?
Oh, I like the sound of the scribe. It's like learning about all kinds of spells, which sounds like I kind of like I want to understand all sorts of spells. Like not like to cast, but like I like to try and understand them. You know what I mean?
Fuck, it's so boring. I mean, that's going to be so great. I know that's going to be so great.
What's yours now?
Yeah.
I
What's
was
your
about to
second?
say.
Never mind. So
No, absolutely not.
Are
You
you
can't
doing-
call someone else's thing boring and then not admit what you're doing.
Yeah, what are you doing? Is it scribe as well? Are we going to be in the same class?
it's economics.
Oh no, my dad said I should take that, but I'm not.
I just really like money. I'm really good with money.
You should meet my dad. I think you two would get along, mostly because of the money thing.
Yeah. I just was always really good at like taxes and stuff, like always. I did mum's taxes all the time.
I do my parents' taxes.
Oh, yeah, I bet you actually do. I bet you're like so neat with like the...
Wait, what's taxes?
Yeah,
I was about to say I've heard
Don't know.
things.
it's like
You know, like
No.
tithing or something.
Oh, tithes. Oh, I know tithes.
Oh, like
Yeah.
religious things.
Okay.
No, it's not religious. Like you just got to pay a little bit of money to like.
Oh, that's what I know what you're talking about. See, my dad doesn't have to do that because he's a business owner, so he actually doesn't take a wage. It's all like earned like revenue. So like he actually doesn't. It's not counted as salary or nothing. And my mum's a freelancer, and she just don't declare it. So she. Alright, what did you take as your secondary?
Arcana.
Tax gags, people. You come to Wicked Game for tax gags.
No, there's two things. There's two things you need to know about Birchwater, right? We're lucky, and we ain't paying a copper that ain't owed.
The HMRC has a file this big on him. No, I'm taking Arcana. I thought.
That's cool.
I just thought. I don't evidently know an awful lot about. I went Irish there for some reason, and I don't know why.
You've threatened us with an Irish accent a bunch of times, but I think that's maybe why.
No, it's just a curious way that your world works around it.
I'm gonna be honest, mate. It still freaks me out every time you refer to it as like our world or our plane or something. Like I know consciously you're from somewhere
are you,
else.
From out of the country. Are you even from Maridia?
I'm pretty sure we said this. Like even I've got it at this point.
I fucking love this. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Harath absolutely just sort of closes his eyes for a second. Just goes. So yeah, I think I'm essentially seeing what sticks for my secondary. I think,
That's fair.
but it seems like an interesting place to start. What about yours, Sonny?
Yeah, what are you taking? Your secondary.
I'm taking clerical again because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing double lessons so I can try and catch up.
Oh, I should have done that. Do you think it's too late?
No, I was sort of playing about with doing maybe sociology or maybe monastic or something, but basically I realised I ain't got no foot in it, so I absolutely need to do clerical twice. Maybe if I can get caught up early enough, but like at this, as where it stands right now, I should have. I'm not even ready to apply to this school, basically, or based on what I know about clerical. I should have just done sneak.
Right? What? Sorry, what?
Because I like eating people and stuff, and I'm small. You know, I'm pretty rapid.
You like eating people?
Eating people, me? Come on. Look, I know I'm not from where you're from, and you're from like everywhere, but like you must have met people that sound like me.
I mean, I have, but it really sounds like you're saying you want to eat people, which is really saucy.
Ian.
Oh.
ITTIN.
What are we doing for our Golden Griffin Cup?
Yeah, listen, but by this point, you are sat like relaxing in your little room that is your group class. You started group for the day, and you've been mulling eating into your group class, just talking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like we did very much. We got very much kind of stuff.
Suddenly, unveils Plan B again.
Yeah, we still got that.
Yeah, I know we don't have a Plan A, but I'm just saying I've drawn up schematics.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Yeah. You can say no to it. Like it's fine. I'm just going to look into it anyway. But there's this guy we call Drunk George because he's always drunk, right? And he's like kind of always mopey, but he's always been like nice to me. So sometimes I'll listen to his chat. But last night he he asked for my help because he said now I'm at the here at the school. I might be able to help him find this woman that went like missing 25 years ago.
Right.
Well, he thinks she's gone missing. Like there is like a 90% chance she just didn't like him back and she left. But I said I'd look into it for him anyway.
And you think that we should hedge our bet on the Golden Griffin Cup based on that 10% chance that she's actually gone missing?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't really. The Golden Griffin Cup, it does sound cool, but like with everything else that we've got going on, like you don't know who your patron is. I am like,
maybe we could do that.
Find out who your patron is.
Right, but what if it's like a lost
They're
god
going
or
to
something?
give us the Golden Griffin Cup for just doing what we're meant to be doing in our classes anyway. I don't think
I mean, like, what if
Yeah.
I find a lost god or something? That would pretty much change the world.
Lydia, speaking of like lost things, could I make some sort of check as to see whether anything is stirred in my mind that would be Golden Griffin Cup worthy?
Oh, interesting. All right. Give me a history check, please.
It's the vaguest shit I could possibly
No, that's
have
super
given.
super
Sorry.
vague.
Can I add my +2 to history?
You know what I'm
from...
gonna say? And you know what I'm gonna say? You can roll it. You can roll it, and then I'll say after. Go on.
That's a nat 20.
This is what I'll say. What happens is you have this moment of thinking of every cool story you've ever been told, everything that you have felt like you've wanted to solve back home, but you haven't because of who you are, and then you remember that you're not really allowed to travel backwards and forwards, and that there are all these treaties that you don't even really understand about one plane meddling with another, and you think that's a fucking shame, honestly.
I was about to say, so the one specific thing feels like a me problem, not an us problem.
Somewhat. I mean, you could. What you could do is look into it further and see if do some research on it, onto maybe what the actual treaties are, because you've been given like verbal retellings of what the treaties are about, that you have about clipping and all of this kind of stuff. So you could make a mental note of like, what am I allowed to do? Am I allowed to bring, any Feywild stuff to this? And equally, like looking into the small print of the Golden Griffin Cup of like, do you have to be doing good works for the material plane, or can it be anything?
Cool. Thank you.
That's really cool.
Cool. All right. So, what I'll say is this: you can, you may well talk to Miss Philos, and she is saying if you need to leave the school to do stuff in group, to research group, that's what group is for. That's why it's one long class at the beginning of the day. So you can go and talk to that family now if you wanted to, and have the whole group there with you.
I mean, yeah, Agatha will put it to everyone if they're happy to do that. Just like, I imagine there's like, it's just been silent for like 5 minutes, and Agatha goes, well, I know where these people live. We could just go ask them about this woman.
Just, sorry, above the table, so to speak, like, did you actually explain kind of verbatim almost what was said, or
I think she would. Yeah, she would have given you the full like.
Cool. So I think before before the sort of conversation like grinds to a halt, I probably would just ask. So is the implication that this altruistic kind of force, the sanatorium is corrupt, is not working in the way that it's meant to, or because you said that the woman is in the sanatorium, didn't you?
No.
Did you not?
No, she's just missing.
Tom,
You've got the sanatorium in your mind. What's that all about?
No, No, that was actually something that happened over the table, and it was a Nikki and Tom conversation because we were conspirators. We were thinking up ideas.
Well, forget I said anything then. Absolutely forget I said anything. Cool.
Yeah, me and Tom, I think we had exactly the same ideas, and we confirmed it with each other. And I feel that's why it feels so concrete and solid.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
No, apparently she was like married off, and lives somewhere far away. But he found her like poems. So
Arif lived somewhere far away, as did I.
yeah, I've never lived far away.
No,
Well, I guess I'm quite far away from lots of other people.
Yeah,
Have you ever been out of the city?
I think once when I was really little, but like not really. No.
What? So you never had an holiday?
Like not really. 'cause-
Agatha.
Yes,
When it's the
Desmond?
holiday, will you leave the city with me on the holiday and we'll go and do something in the spring break? Agatha, I will pay everything.
No, 1 second.
You
What I
want
was
me
going
to
to say is
come
we
with
could
you?
all go. My dad's got so many holiday homes and resorts. My
It's
dad's
gonna
got a
be-
place at the Bay of Souls.
Oh my god, please. Alright, will you come too? Do you have to go back to Feywild?
I don't know. So
we could all go to the Bay of Souls. I can get William to bring the carriage up here, and he can ride us all the way.
Oh my god, it's going to be so mega. It's going to be completely VIP. It's going to be amazing.
Why are you saying it's VIP?
Yeah.
Do you know my dad? Do you know my dad? I thought you'd get along.
I don't know your dad, but I saw your carriage on that first day. I was
Yeah,
like,
my dad bought the biggest resort there, and it's just sort of like it's not even a timeshare or nothing. He bought it flat, and he lets some of his friends use it. He's part of like a resort club, and basically it's just like a bunch of people from like all over, and they've all got loads of holiday homes, and they just be like, "Oh, if I go stay at your place in the Bay of Souls this summer, do you want a summer in my place in the mountains?" And he's all like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go stay in Telespear." And it's just sort of like we go about a bit.
I imagine you guys walk out of the school with Sunny talking like that, and Sunny continues to talk as you're walking through the city, and through like the main part of town, and you go to the east side of the city that then becomes the very affluent part of the city, and Sunny is still talking about the Bay of Souls.
thank you for talking logistically for us. Take the logistics from us. Yeah, that's very kind.
This is the city itself has this kind of pale rosy colored stone that as the light catches it, like glitters a little bit in the way that some sandstone does when the light catches it. And a lot of the streets have pale canopies that create small pockets of shade in the narrower streets. It's very, very beautiful. It has a very particular architectural style to it. Also, there are very, very unusual. This city, in all the main streets, there are arcane lights which are pretty expensive. Each crystal that contains that light that goes on as the sun goes down would be an enormous amount of money, and all the streets have them embedded either in sconces or into the walls of buildings. And that is unusual for the city as well. You get to the east part of the city where the roads become much, much wider. You have this like not just like trees and foliage down the side, but down the middle of the street as well, so that you have like a kind of dual carriageway. Not really, but you know what I mean. And the canopies start to like be draped into posts that are down the middle of it. So it gives a really, really different feel. It's very open. The buildings are beautiful. There's like avenues of buildings that they're like townhouses, but they're not terrace. They're their own sort of thing. Agatha,
Yes,
please, can you roll me a history check?
I can. $17.
Really sorry.
And then roll a survival check.
Oh, I'm not good at those. Natural 20.
So you are thinking back to this family who you don't know particularly well. You think they might have come in like once or twice, but you don't. They're not the kind of hunter that sort of talks to the people behind the bar very much.
Yeah.
They come in, they have a time and then they leave, and there's not much banter with the staff.
I think Agatha likes that about them, though. She's like, they come in, they get what they want, they leave me alone.
Yes, they're no trouble at all. They know what they like. There's no like, can I get the bar peanuts that don't have the salt on them? They just know what they want.
Yeah.
And you're walking down this avenue and you just get this memory of like the only time when they were ever difficult and they didn't quite have the money to cover the bottles of mead that they had that night, and they said, please charge it to our address. And so you remember the address, you work it out, you get there. Their manor is like their like house is sort of thinner and taller than the other houses around it, and it's got this like, it has that part Byzantine style, which the rest of the city has as well, but it also has this like slightly Gothic feel to it with these like turrets that kind of go up, and there are steps up to the front door that has stained glass, pale stone with stained glass. Stained glass.
Yeah, don't eat it. It's gone soft.
It's like a day old crisp, that fucking stained glass. And what do you do?
I think Agatha goes to walk up to the door and then just kind of looks at everyone else. Like, yeah? Okay.
Hey guys, quick question. Do you want me to not go in, but like...
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Just don't get caught, though. Oh. Well, how does she do that?
As soon as she disappears, I go, have you guys been making up a secret language without me? Because I don't even know what this meant. Look, if there's a dodeca secret language, I have to know. Like, it's just for security, if anything.
Second worst day ever.
You said you were all going to be my best friends and you're making up secret languages without me.
Wait, what? When did I? No, I don't remember agreeing to that.
Wait, what? You don't want to be my best friend?
No, it's not. It's not that.
Agatha, I'm kidding. I'm just playing. I'm not a kid.
Okay, all right.
He's just crying to himself. And it's wind. It's wind. It's the pollen.
I've got sand in my eyes, actually, guys.
You're Tracy Baker.
I'm allergic to dust. I'm allergic to the sand.
You say I'm allergic to dads?
Dust.
Same.
Bog off.
Agatha will go up to the door and like just gently knock on it. I guess she's not really used to this.
Yeah, there's a little bit of time, and then a human man comes to the door and opens it and looks at you and goes, "Oh, for heaven's sake, the staff section is round the back. You don't come in through the front."
Oh, I mean, I can go round.
No,
Yeah, it's fine.
no.
We'll go round to...
Agatha, you don't work here.
No, we.
Yeah, I don't work here. I'm really sorry. I don't. I actually. I came in to speak to.
Washerwoman.
Sorry, what?
You're not the new washerwoman?
Look, mate, it's not your fault. We've all made that mistake.
Maybe I am.
May I say, sir, how dare you? How dare you assume that she is the washerwoman? She is
How
not.
dare me? How dare me? Who are
She
you? Who are you?
Who am I? Who am I? I'm Harive. Pleased to meet you. What's your name?
No. What do you want? We don't buy from door to door salespeople.
I'm local, actually. I work down at the Appenny, and I'm doing a project at the Divisia, and I was hoping to speak to Evelyn and Javith.
First name terms, are you?
No.
First name terms, are you?
Lord and
How
Lady.
well do you know them?
They drink at my pub sometimes.
Oh, do they? Listen, Mr. and Mrs. Orthonos are very busy people and they don't like to be bothered.
Okay. Can I bother you? Sir?
Roll a persuasion check. I'm tempted to say disadvantage, but honestly...
It's Agatha. I'll roll terribly.
Oh, your staff.
9.
9.
Yeah.
I am also very busy. Good day to you. He starts
Bye.
closing.
Guys, that went terribly.
Right, 1 second. Sonny's going to push up and just...
Wait. Shall I go round and pretend to be the new washerwoman?
Now?
Maybe.
I mean, it's the only way to get in.
Feels like we've already played our cards.
This feels like I shouldn't do it, and I'm feeling quite rebellious. I don't know what's happened to me.
You just got to listen to your art.
Oh, Harath absolutely, eyes light up, goes, no, do it.
Yeah, is this crazy?
Live
This
the
feels-
rebellion.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go round and.
Are you
look for staff
knocking?
entrance.
I'll wait a second and then I'll knock.
I'm gonna walk away a little while. I don't think he likes me. I doubt
You knock. The gentleman comes back, but instead of opening the door, he just looks through the dimpled, stained glass. What?
Good morning, sir. I'm really sorry to interrupt you on such a day. I appreciate that your time is incredibly valuable. My name is Sonny Birchwater. I'm of the Quilla Birchwaters. You may have heard of my father, Bortnoy Birchwater.
Sorry, what was that?
Bortnoy Birchwater. He very recently done some business in the city, and he often does dealing with councils and other well-to-do and important folks such as yourself. I had a couple of questions, if you don't mind me asking, as I'm new to the area, and I thought I would try to find people, of a similar as myself to kind of get a better understanding, because my classmates at the Divisia are mostly talking about, rambunctious student places, and I would like to frequent the places that I'm more familiar with in my hometown. Would you have a bare moment to have a brief conversation with me, please, sir?
Roll an advantage persuasion check.
Just this little 4-foot tiefling.
17, because I get a flat 0.
He opens the door a little bit and goes, "Don't go to the grapevine. Too loud."
Thank you very much, sir. I had some other questions. If you could spare maybe a few moments for someone who's sort of out of town and just sort of a bit. If I'm going to be honest, sir, I'm a bit on my own in terms of in the family way. I'm not pregnant. Nikki forgot what that meant for a second, so he just said the sentence because it sounded right, but then Nikki remembered it had a different meaning. But yeah, I'm a bit on my own in regards to connections within the city, so I would appreciate it if you would maybe spend some time and maybe we could see if we get to know each other, maybe form some kind of social alliance. It's always good to know people in other cities.
He steps out onto the front step and shuts the door behind him. Do you like bird watching?
Me, I fucking love bird watching.
I'm part of a club. And we go out into the plains.
Is it a secret club or
No, it's not like that. People have accused us, but it's not like that.
No, I don't mean like that. No, like that. But just mean is it like a private members club?
We take notebooks and we draw little pictures of the birds that we see, and then when we come back, we work out which birds we've seen. I tell you what, it's always vultures.
It's always vultures.
There's not many birds out on the plains. It's mainly vultures.
But you must be pretty good at drawing vultures at this point. You got any drawings I can see?
Takes a notebook out.
Sorry, you keep that thing on you. You know, you got that thing.
just
You're strapped with that book.
It's like a mini like flip top like thing, and it's just page after page of like the same looking vulture. It's not even in a different pose. It's just a like, you know, it's
do
just
you know?
a vulture.
Do you know if on each page you vary their pose slightly? You can do this, and I'm just gonna like flick the book to make it look the vulture's like moving, like trying to. Sorry, look at this.
Yes, I don't really, you know,
Sure, was that a bit too whimsical
I
for you folk?
I'd like to drink sherry from time to time, but I don't partake too much. I'm very devoted to my work here, and I would never want to compromise it by going out and drinking too much. So I'm afraid I'm not a social animal in that way, like you youngsters.
Well, maybe we could go and have like a sherry. You know, you and I. You've got time, surely. It's like it's the morning, a cheeky morning sherry before you get on with your very busy day. I find that like just one drink in sort of late morning takes the edge off for when I've got a really busy day.
He takes like a moment and he sort of looks at you and he like presses down the sides of his hair. It's been a very long time since somebody has asked me out, and I think yes, you know, throw caution to the wind. I'll have a sherry. I can't. I'm working now, but later I'll have a sherry.
You don't want to just get one real, like, is your place
No,
close?
no.
We can.
I'm working, young man. I'm working.
Okay, but what if I went and got a bottle of sherry and a couple of glasses from somewhere nearby, and we like went?
You are a
Grab the
terrible influence.
No.
I'm working. and
wait, mate.
have a lot
Is this a you're working? So don't do that, yeah.
No, couldn't. I absolutely couldn't.
Well, I tell you what, mate. I won't be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
No, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I have a full day's work.
A full day's work, and imagine what a single sherry would do to that.
What is happening?
Well, I tell you what. I'll leave you to your incredibly busy morning, and I definitely won't be back in 5 to 10 minutes with a sherry and 2 glasses.
You are absolutely incorrigible. And he hurries back in and shuts the door.
Oh my god!
I sort of sidle over and go, so how did that go?
Oh, mate, I've absolutely fucked up. I hate sherry. I hate sherry so much. I hate sherry so much, and I'm pretty sure I think he wants me to pipe him. So I've just got absolutely no.
Right.
So.
So well then.
So, right, I need help. I need to buy some sherry, and I'm gonna be honest. It's morning.
Look, we can find
It's
you
first
sherry.
thing in the morning, mate. It's like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
We can find you sherry. It's the rest of it that I have questions about.
I've no intentions on piping it, but I do definitely need to get a bottle of sherry, because if we can distract him with a bottle of sherry, mate, then the others can be in there doing whatever.
Why not? Let's go find some sherry.
Let's definitely do that.
yes. Good.
You walk round, like you have to walk all the way, sort of like you can't cut through the gardens. You have to go all the way round and then round the back so you're sort of seeing the backs of all the houses. And you get to the servants' entrance. Are you knocking?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock on the door.
A kind of sturdy human woman answers the door, like wiping her hands on her apron. Yeah?
I'm the new washing woman.
Agatha's got to got herself another job.
Yeah, I'm gonna start today.
Roll persuasion. No, roll deception even. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, Agatha's actually going to start working.
No, this is a lie.
So fucking hell. So Sunny's become a sugar baby. Agatha has got her second job on top of uni.
Yeah.
And Harath has found an enemy.
Why is Harath so normal?
Yeah.
Like he's the same one.
Because he's just absorbing it all, isn't he? Like tourists don't do the weird shit; they just watch shit happen.
I rolled a 7, so that's a 6.
Where's your soap?
It's in my bag.
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 I legged it.
I mean, what do you do? What do you know how to Do you know how to do the sheets with like the lavender?
Yeah, of course. You like sprinkle the lavender in the water, and you got to let it sit in the water for a bit. So like, because otherwise you just like soaking it in normal water with bits of lavender on top. You got to let it like get hot and stuff.
She sort of indicates for you to walk in, and she shuts the door. You are now inside a very plain lower part of the house, and there are like there's stone floor, and there's lots of like drying herbs hanging from the ceiling, and copper pans. And as soon as the door shuts, she goes, "What's your deal?" Because I interviewed the washerwoman. You're not her. And if you put some bit of lavender in to boil with the sheets, you'd get funny old mold, wouldn't you? So,
Yeah.
what's your deal? You robbing us?
No, I'm not robbing you. I swear, I'm not. I'm actually, well, I came to speak to, Mr. and Mrs. Othenos, but
Wexford!
No. Is that he already told me to go away, and I thought I'd come around this way. But look, do you know anything about Francesca?
Cheeky little mama. What are you doing here? Sneaking into our house. Wexford!
I'll go. It's fine. Like
the older human man with the balding that we've just met comes down and goes, You.
No. It's a mistake. It's all a mistake. I swear.
I'm going to call the Custers.
Not yet.
I'm calling the Custers.
All
Sit
right.
down.
No. I'll go. It's fine. I cannot get in trouble with Custers. Like, this is my first, like, I never break the rules. I don't. Like, ask my mum.
Said every thief ever.
I'm not a thief.
And Wexford, she was talking about Francesca. What do you want with her?
I just got a friend who's worried about her, and I said I'd ask. I don't, you know. What if she's not where they say she is?
Happily married with children in Droshen.
Have you ever seen them?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
And she was definitely there?
What business is it of yours?
It's not really my business. It's one of the... Don't worry about it.
Can you roll up in another persuasion check, please, just to see if you can actually get out of this place without being... Custers
a natural 20. And Agatha just looks so pathetic. Like, I never do anything. I never break the rules or anything. And this guy said, like, he thought she was missing, and I thought, this is going to be a thing, and I'm going to solve it. You know, I've just started at that fancy school, and I'm not fancy like all of them lot, so I've got to work like 3 times as hard. So I thought if I could solve this, but apparently there's nothing to be solved.
The woman talks into Wexford's ear, and then he talks back, and the woman leans into you and goes, "I'm bringing this up with Tracy."
No, you can't. Like, please, no.
Go. You can go. You're free to go. She opens the door.
Oh, shit. Okay, thank you. Please let me go. Are you sure you don't want to call the Custers? Because that might actually be... No, don't worry about it.
Shuts the door behind you.
Oh,
Boys, you are wandering down the street, and can you please roll for me perception?
Fucking let's
If
go.
you-
let's go. Do you want to do both of us, or do you want help?
Can
if
you
you're
help?
proficient, you can do help.
I am proficient.
I've
can
got a
give-
+4.
I also have a +4, so
I've rolled mine. You roll yours. Let's
Cool.
let's
Yeah,
all
do
roll
separate.
some dice.
I did accidentally roll, and I rolled well. So I wanted to.
I rolled a 21.
Oh right, okay. I rolled a 19.
Hey,
You boys are just like absolutely bug-eyed, thinking, what exactly are we doing? And that's why you're like, you fucking can see everything. You cannot find a liquor shop that is open right now, and the taverns and pubs are also not open. But what you do find after quite a long time of walking is somebody who has a barrel strapped to their back and with a tap that can hand you glasses of cool Roddy and could fill up a bottle of Roddy.
What, like a growler?
I'm sorry, what?
A growler.
It is an actual thing, but it sounds really bad.
It's like you know when you see like in old timey media those mead jugs that have a cork in it and the handles. It's called a growler.
Mate, it's absolutely not actually. You just want it to be. It's called a crowler.
No,
with a C.
No, I'm sure it's called a growler because, like, not to middle class myself, but they've got it in Brewdog that you could buy a growler for 20 quid.
Is it a
It's
growler?
An actual cask on their back and a tap down here that it comes from.
It's called a growler in Brewdog because dog.
That makes sense. That's
So it's actually a growler.
That's the only time I've ever seen it. So
Yeah.
because I'm not
Anyway.
really a pubman. Right. So this bloke's got cold rot. He claims it's cold, but it's
No,
in
it's
his
just
back.
like it's just Roddy. He's not claiming anything.
Well, you
He's
said
just
cool, Lydia.
I mean, it's
It's because he's a fucking baller.
He's
He's
That's
got
why.
sunglasses on.
I mean,
right. I know
went-
also that a growler means fanny. You lot like.
you just wanted to say growler.
I mean, I did not just want to say growler in this accent. It's fun, right? This bloke's gonna know what's Roddy and what's Sherry, though, isn't he?
I mean, do you think he would like Roddy? You know
No,
him.
I don't know him,
Evidently.
Mate, I'm pretty sure he just wants to get piped.
Hey, pal, you know him.
No, right, mate. Look, can I talk to you? You know, just
Of course.
101 for a second.
it's where
Yes.
Riot teaches Sonny how to douche just quickly.
Right, look, mate. I have no interest in this bloke. He's easy 20 years my senior. Like, it's just
Nothing wrong
not.
with that.
It's not happening, right? Also, I fucking hate Sherry. I hate it so much, right? I cannot stress how much I hate Sherry.
That's absolutely fine. I would say we go back empty-handed.
Or maybe we
and-
don't go back at all. Maybe we just go.
No, he's expecting you back.
Exactly,
Go back,
mate.
go back and just explain it to him because
What?
otherwise
This was just a big deception so that my mates could sneak around their back door.
that it was a mistake.
No, not like that.
Oh, you.
No,
Uh,
no,
that
that's
is-
you. That's you taking that the wrong way. I mean, in a literal,
Is it?
like architectural way, not in like a Lady Thorne way. You pervert.
Indeed. Look, I don't think there's anything wrong with a simple mistake in what you thought and what he thought. I think it's well worth because otherwise this man is going to be looking to expect you for a long time, and the disappointment of not getting someone calling in is far worse than getting the actual honest truth.
Right, that's all very wise and well said, but you've failed to account for one thing. Is I don't wanna. What if I don't want to do that?
Sonny, there is a common misconception amongst your people that but the Fae are heavily influenced by deals and by agreements. And whilst that's not entirely the case, your agreement is your word.
Well, I actually think that's truer of my dad than it is you lot.
Go back and just explain yourself.
Right, should I at least bring him a glass of Roddy just so he's got some in?
If you think that would help,
Where is
then
he?
yeah.
Well, he's over that or the pipe, and he ain't getting that until you summon. He ain't got time. I've got double clerical today. I need to get my shit together.
Take him some Roddy.
Right,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get. Do you want any?
No.
No, it's 8:30 in the
not
morning.
to. It's
Two cups of Roddy, they're a copper each.
Fucking hell, mate. I ain't got change. What are you doing to me?
Do you break a gold bar? Can you,
No,
can
I'm
you
just.
change for a gold bar?
What's with this place? Everything's so cheap. It's so inconvenient.
I know it's ludicrous.
It's
Isn't
so
it?
like I've got bullion in my case. Where am I going to fucking spend that round here?
I have gems aplenty.
Right,
Honestly,
exactly. Like we come to school well prepared, and this lot can't even take our money.
I know. It's
Ridiculous.
ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
It's actually ridiculous. Like, right, mate.
I'm sure he'd appreciate a gold coin.
I ain't gonna give him a gold, mate. Like, we've got to think about
Why
the
not?
economies of scale. Like, if we give him a gold, like it's gonna just. I'll give you a silver piece, mate, for the two. You sure you don't want one, mate? I'm buying basically 10's worth, so
All right, I might as well.
you might as well have one. Should we get
10.
get two in a? No, we'll take 5. We'll take 5 and 2 into go cups with the sippy lids.
You you get the mugs and of Roddy. There's like you've got like round your hand like the
Right,
like
I've done this time and time before. When me and the girls go out drinking, it's always Sunny bringing the round along.
so if you would like to take the money out of your
Yeah, I've been managing the very little money I've spent, Lydia. 1 gold and 1 silver thus far.
and you head back to the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back. Me and
Point after all this chatting and Roddy, you bump into Agatha on the way back on the street.
oh, Ags, right, you're right. I've just got to go give Wexworth this and let him down and say that A, this isn't sherry, and B, I'm not going to pipe him. Do you want one?
No,
You've got to. I've bought 5. It's for the Dodecker and Wexworth. So why don't you go?
I mean, though peer pressure is abhorrent, absolutely do it.
You absolutely have to.
Sort of from nowhere, Nevma just like appears, picks up a
Right.
Roddy and starts drinking.
Super. Right, so I'm just double parked right now. Right, you lot wait here a sec. I'm going to go back to
Wait,
Wexworth.
why are you going back to it? Why?
Because I promised him a
please
bottle
don't
of
go
sherry,
back,
and I
like-
think he thinks I'm going to pipe him. So
Right, well, just don't go back. Let's just not go back.
no, but
No.
Ariah said I had to because of like deals and something. I'm going to be honest, Ariah.
Did you
the
make this
message
guy a
came through,
deal?
but I can't remember the words.
Sunny propositioned.
I did no
this.
such thing. I said I was going to buy him some sherry.
There was evidently a mistake that happened, and this person evidently wants to be more than friends. And I just think
I've got to let him down both about the sherry and the Dickon.
it's the polite thing to do.
All right, just whatever you tell him, he's probably going to go tell my mum. So
Tell your mum what? That I bought him some Roddy? Is she going to be upset that I bought Roddy somewhere else? If I can't drink at any
No,
other establishment in this city, I'm just.
Wait, why is he going back to tell your mum?
I went round. I'm not very good at like this stuff. It's not like how in like those books, like they just sneak in and it's really cool. It's not like when Nevma just disappears.
Well, yeah, because it's like an actual skill set that you need to like learn and stuff.
Yeah, and I thought if I just go in and pretend to be washwoman, I can like find out this information. And then they saw through that. And then I thought I'll just be upfront with them and honest, and because they might be, they're like me, kind of. They might be like, yeah, like I know we work for them, but like this is the drama that's going down. But turns out Francesca's actually fine, and she is married, and she like has kids, and she does live in Telesphia.
Oh.
So
Right. Okay. Also, I would just say this is something worth noting. I know you've got the uncanny ability to appear as any kind of help that you want, but the help for high class people are some of the snobbiest people you'll ever fucking meet.
Are they really?
Oh, really? They hate lower class help. It's sort of like a crab bucket situation. You know, where you got lots of crabs in a bucket, they keep pulling each other down. It's sort of like that. It's really not good.
I hate crabs.
Yeah.
Agatha's unwittingly like just taking a sip of Roddy and then being like, "Oh God, it's like so early," but then just
right. I need to go talk to this bloke and just a sort of like a
piss. Now we need to go back.
Yeah.
I've got to go speak to this bloke and just sort of like a meta. No, I actually have to. Sonny's walking off. I actually have to. Also, as a side note, as a meta side note, Nikki was actually right because apparently in the United States they do call him a growler.
My apologies.
Oh, right.
No. I think you're fine because I should know a crowler because that's what they're in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll head back.
I'm gonna put the Roddy on the doorstep, knock on the door,
and run. Knock and run.
You see that like there's like a bay sort of window to the side of the main door. And you just see like a curtain move, and then you see like a rushed movement to the stained glass, and then just stops, and then you see. Opens the door.
Right.
Oh, you again.
Yeah, you knew I was coming back. Like, I knew he was a winking and stuff, but like, so I've got you this. It is Roddy, not Sherry. Like, it is 8:30 in the morning, so no one's open. Also, like, my friend said, I do need to say that I cannot pipe you. Sorry. Maybe we can have a friendly conversation sometime in the future. I didn't mean to lead you on accidentally. You know, sometimes conversations get away from me, and sometimes I get away from conversations. No
Like
harm, no
this
doubt
one.
foul. But also, if you do tell my friend's mom about her, I am going to tell everyone that you tried to pipe a student.
Don't you, sir? And he shuts the door.
So how did that go?
I actually think it went really well, mate. I'm having a much better day today. I gave him he took the Roddy, and he didn't complain about it not being Sherry. He said good day, and also I blackmailed him into not selling your mum anything. So, you know, all in all, it's sort of like a win-win situation. They don't call us the Lucky Birchwards for nothing, do they?
Okay,
I
mean,
I feel like you walk on in silence.
Yeah.
So, Nepper, what did you get up to when you disappeared?
Right. Well, you know, the house looks like really normal, but I will say this. You can't see through some windows on like the higher levels. You know, I climbed. I mean, sometimes you look into what you think is a window and it's actually a wall, and that can be really embarrassing. But there are some windows that are like, you know, you can't see through them. No curtains, but like
Oh, that was going to be my
the
next
windows
guess.
were painted, and then some of the windows had bars on them.
That feels like right.
Bit prisony, isn't it?
If it does, but
So-
also
Bars on high up windows so that people don't fall out.
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
My dad doesn't like having more than one floor in a building, so...
But when you've got like the windows that are really high up, why would you paint them? Because you don't get like you have all of those high up places, so you get a really good view. Like they would be able to see all of the planes. It'd be so beautiful. So why do they paint them?
Maybe they
it
hate
would be like a
sand.
sun trap. It would be beautiful. So why would it? Yeah.
Especially at
I
like
don't know.
midday or like the times around it, because you get that like almost direct sunlight all the way down the shaft.
But look, I spoke to someone and they said Francesca's fine and they've seen her and her kids and everything, so maybe it's nothing.
But maybe, and just maybe, she's trapped up in the top of the house.
Well, how does he think? Why does he think that she's even still alive? What makes him think?
Like there. Oh, I should have asked you to look. She writes this really good poetry, and he found like just bits of it, like tumbling around town, which is why he was like, I think she's still around.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah, here. She's kept
You
it,
don't
like-
have it. You actually didn't ask for it.
I didn't. I was like, if she did.
I love that
don't-
yes anding though, mate.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to
yeah,
finish.
here. I don't have it, but like George is in like every night. He'll be there when we open. I'm sure we can go ask him.
But he has a bookshop now.
Oh yeah, he does. We could go to his bookshop. We could go ask him there if you want.
Okay. Like now? Like
What times do
I don't know.
bookshops normally open though? Because I couldn't find no open shops when I was looking.
Well,
correction, you couldn't find a liquor shop that was open at 8.
No, I know, but those were the shops I was looking for. So I've just sort of assumed that this whole place runs on like late time. The lazy bastards.
yeah, we might have time. If not, yeah, do we have time? Can I do like a calculation of like, we could do a quick nip in, or if it's like
George runs a bookshop called Say the Word, and it is kind of on the. I mean, it would be
on the nose.
It's not absolutely on the way, but it's a little. It's not a massive detour.
yeah. So yeah, I'll say. Well, it's like if we just take this little route this way, walk up by that
Don't
way.
be tired. We don't have to be late for our class, but we can do it.
Oh, I
I
can't be
absolutely
like-
cannot be late. I absolutely cannot be late because it's secondary and primary today, and I've got double clerical, and I just really need to get this shit sorted.
Well, we'll be really quick, but if you guys want to run on ahead, I'll
yeah,
just
we'll come
try and
with
get.
you.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
don't think
someone-
that we send you anywhere alone.
Also,
There's
it's
someone
group.
around here slitting Achilles tendons.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's called group, not alone.
There is no I in group.
No, but there is a you. So fuck off. No, joking. It's just like something I hear people say sometimes. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll head to George's.
See the word.
You go to Say the Word, and it is a it is a very unassuming little like 2 little windows and just a very plain little door. And when you walk in, it isn't just like a maze of it's like quite claustrophobic, like Horatha. I imagine you probably have to like duck a little bit to get through.
This place is huge.
And it's an absolute maze, and the smell of secondhand books, and there's books even like piled up on the ground. I have such a specific bookshop in London that is really incredible that I spent hours in, and it's just piles and piles and piles, and some of the shelves are like double stacked, and you would not know how this place is organized. And you get through to like the back part where there is a counter, and you just see George like,
Morning, George.
oh, hello. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Wow, did you find something out?
No, not really. I haven't found anything out yet, but I've got my friends. My friends are going to help. And they
Oh,
just
these
wanted-
other students. Hello.
Yeah, this is Hariah. This is Sunny. This
You're
is
right.
Nevma. They were just wondering if they could read the letters and stuff, just so they know what we're looking for.
Oh, right. One minute. Do take a seat. And he like points to piles, like a couple of piles of books to sit on. One mo. And he goes like round a corner for a second.
Can I have just a quick peep around?
Yeah.
The books. Lydia,
Yeah.
what about a book about saints?
Okay. Roll investigation.
Also, I know you have a very specific bookshop in mind, but the town where I went to school has the world's largest second-hand bookshop, and it's fucking massive. And it's just
I'm sure this is very, very small. It's sort of
no,
like
I know, but it's the cramped corridors of books that are like it's
Yeah.
a very visceral image for me.
yeah. Roll investigation at disadvantage, please. Noted.
6.
6.
No, Lydia,
What-
I actually want to solve the mystery in our 3rd session. Thank you very much.
What you sort of realize is when you start walking around and you're looking at these things, and it's not even categorized by like subject matter. Like you find a book on flora and fauna right next to some smut, and then you turn around and you can't really see the way back. You're suddenly feel like you're actually in an enclosed box of like bookshelves. But you do hear a voice going, "Oh, here it is. All right."
I'm going to go towards the sound. I'm trapped in the book dimension. Only kidding, but I did get lost though.
Right, these are he like hands over these 2 scraps of paper, and also a couple of letters, and goes, "You can take them away, but I would like really love those scraps of paper back." They're like, the letters I don't care about because they're clearly not her, but the scraps of paper, I'd love them back. But if you want to go and do magical things with them,
yeah, I'll and Agatha's gonna open up her spellbook and like put them in the back to keep them safe, and it's like, yeah, look, I will try and make sure I can get them back to you, but
Agatha, you're so good. I knew you'd be the one that made us lot, the proper Solarians, like really proud Solarians. Sorry, got my own name wrong there.
It's right. He's still drunk, George. Don't worry about it.
I mean, you can smell like the mead coming out of his pores.
Yeah.
Oh, did you want something as you're like coming around the edge of the thing? Is that come out you?
Right, yeah, I'm trying to see if you've got any books on saints or if you recognise this, and just hold up the thing while it's still on my neck.
Yeah, we've got books on saints. Let me take a look. I'm going to roll for him because I was not expecting this.
Preferably ones that, like, even the high master of religion at one of the best magical schools in the country doesn't know about.
I mean, there is a lot of saints, funny old thing saints, because they aren't necessarily affiliated with gods. In fact, often they are saints because they get a divine power that isn't from God. This one's funny. It sort of seems like one thing, but then I'm not really sure.
Is it like one of those drawings, if you turn it on its side, it looks like the rabbit and duck? You seen that one?
Kind of that in a way, but that is more like it sort of reminds me of something, but then I'm like, this woman's not got pointy ears, or it hasn't got droopy ears, or it's not got a tail, so I'm not quite sure.
But what does it remind you of, but without those things?
Well, there's like, and this one is actually necessary. I don't. Let me get a couple of things. And he pulls out a couple of books. First of all, there's a.
Ryan just catches a stack of books that, like, he pulls one out in the middle, and Ryan's like, "Whoop!"
Is a book on some like more obscure saints.
Right, ones I wouldn't be very.
And then this one is more like a story, but I get the feeling by the structure of it that it's based on some sort of truth, and it's more, it's well, you. I mean, do you want to buy these? Because we're not a library.
No, yeah, sure, I'll buy them. How much are they? Like.
Well, that one, the one that's just general, like, obscure things, that's a gold, but this one's 20, the story.
20 what, mate?
20 gold pieces.
Right, finally, a shot that makes sense. Right, have you seen this?
Thank goodness.
Right, here's 21 gold. Bloody, finally, someone who does business properly. Grab these books, and then just immediately look at the width of them and go, oh, shit. Just like...
Right, I think we gotta go because we're gonna be late for class.
Alright, and I've got to read all of these books before I even get there.
Alright, you head on out, in the very grateful old drunk George is waving you goodbye as you leave. And you head on up to school.
Go.
So, you have secondary, which, for Agatha is
just more bullying.
Yeah. The classroom that you walk into is deathly silent. All you can hear is quills on paper, and it is immediately they're like, and you're just given books to read through this class, and everybody is completely silent and copying out like just paragraph after paragraph of theory. And Hiraeth, you are doing the History of Arcana,
Yes.
which for you immediately is an extremely engaging class. It's very, very interesting. Oh my God, the rules, like it's extraordinary to you, this thing of like, well, it doesn't just, it's not like air, it's not blood, it's not a feeling, it's not the very life force that runs through all of us. There's rules, but it's really, really interesting.
I think I'm that really irritating person in the class that's sort of just asking questions the entire time.
Yeah. Sunny, you go back into your class and your professor is immediately like, oh, okay.
I know I've got you for primary art after this, but I actually, given this situation, I took clerical twice over just because, like, I'm so far behind.
Are you sure you want to do this class twice over? You could, sure, you can do whatever you want.
But I'm stuck. I need help, and I don't know. And I come to learn, and like, I'm not in a position to learn. And I bought these books, and I don't even want to read them, but I know I need to because they're so thick. Look.
But I'll tell you this, in this class, we're going to be doing what we were doing yesterday. I was going to take what people believe in. So if you want to sit at the back of the class and read the book that you just did, you can do that.
Okay, and then I suppose, so that it was like, basically you're doing that exact duplicate lessons, but for
I have to always take what people, their deities down. I have to do that. We have to categorize people from the different kind of people that they are believing in. That is very, very important.
Are you saying that, like, I'm not going to benefit from doing the same class twice?
Well, this first one, no. And in 2 days' time, you could, for sure, have a
right. Well, I think today maybe. Can I? Would you mind terribly if I went and go to like? So who's this teacher again? Sorry, is this Mims?
I got to remind myself. He's got green hair. Forget his name though, but he's got green hair, green eyebrows. He's an elf.
No. So he's had
Theikos.
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 Well then, sir, would you mind terribly if I went and spoke to Professor Mims instead of having this lesson? Because it's relevant to my clerical studies, but I just think that, like, it would give me, like, I just need to speak to someone who can maybe help me find, like, do some research on, like, this, because then maybe I could, you know?
He puts, like, his hand on your shoulder and goes, I think you are doing very well on your own. Look at you've already done quite a lot.
You're lying to me, I'm freaking out.
Well, you can freak out, but also do a good job at the same time. That is what is so incredible about being alive. Please, you can do whatever you want.
That's confused me so much.
You can for this one singular class, you can do exactly what you please.
Can I have like a ret or something that just sort of says that? Because I don't want to get caught with my pants down. Not literally.
He writes on a bit of paper and goes, "You can do whatever you want," and hands it to you.
Can you sign it just so they know who said that?
He signs it.
That's dangerous.
Sonny walks out, completely not aware of what he now has in his hands. like completely unaware. He just slots it into one of the books and is like, right, I've got to go find Professor Mims.
Okay, now you guys are gonna have to just there's a break in between classes, and I would want you to vamp, because if I don't pee, Per's gonna be I'm nearly crying so badly.
Let us vamp.
Let me vamp it.
Did she say we're on break or like?
I think I'm going to go see Professor Mims in my first thing, and then we're in like a break in between our classes. Because then after secondary is primary on day 2.
Yes, it is.
I'm literally just going to immediately try and find Agatha as quickly as possible and just start going, Agatha, did you know that in this place there are only like, you people can only do so much magic a day, and then it's depleted for the day.
Yeah.
And did you know that if just sort of going through all of these,
like just do as much magic as you want in the Feywild?
I mean, it's much more to do with with your piousness to the gods. It's infused with us. Like it's just inherent.
Right, so it's like inherent to you. It's not like the place itself, although I'm sure the place itself is. But it's not like if I went there, I'd suddenly be able to like cast spells or whatnot.
I don't know. I mean, certain people ages ago came and well, they were treated terribly in the Feywild, but they you know they are like archaic though it was. They were a working class, but yeah, there's a serving class, not a working class.
So if I went there, I'd have to serve you.
No, you wouldn't have to serve me. No.
Agatha just goes red and is like, right. I don't really understand what's happening.
Wait, right now?
No, I mean, like, I don't. It just sounds like, so if I went to the Feywild, I'd have to serve like your family or like other people from the Feywild.
And her eye sort of like thinks for a second.
Can people even go there? I mean, like you said, there were some people ages ago.
I mean, there were, but there are. It's quite strict as to who is allowed in and who is allowed out, I suppose.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
I would have thought this spring break that we're talking about would not happen in my end.
I think that's a bit much. I think the first time I leave the city, I don't really want to go to like another plane of existence. Maybe just like the coast or something.
I would love to see the coast.
All right.
How did your secondary go? How did Scribe go?
I knew it was going to be boring, but like it's really boring.
Oh.
But like I say that, like there are some interesting bits about it. And then Agatha starts like telling like really kind of boring stuff about magic, but like she's kind of fascinated by like the understanding of it.
Arath is there with you in that.
This is lunch break, I'd imagine. And or like the sort of afternoon break where you eat, and I'd say like you two pop to back to Cloister for whatever reason to pick something up, and two things happen. When you step in, Agatha, there are two people in the cloister waiting for you. It is Master Al-Qaedi and Master Volker. And Master Al-Qaedi says, wonderful. Would I take a seat, Agatha?
Are you kicking me out? I'm really sorry about this one.
Take a seat, everything will be absolutely fine. Do sit down.
Okay.
As Master of Physicians and Sanatorium, and Volker being your primary teacher, we just wanted to sit down with you for a moment and ask you how you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm doing okay. I'm not trying to like push anything. I'm not like trying to do anything like crazy magic. Like I haven't even cast like a higher spell. I've just been focusing on my cantrips and stuff.
And we have noticed that you get in quite late. We've been told.
Yeah, I'm not like a party animal or nothing. I'm just working.
Right. But past midnight?
Yeah, well, like people haven't been leaving till like midnight, so I've got to clean up and everything.
And then so the bell goes at about, 6ish.
Yeah.
So you're getting around to 4 or 5 hours by the time you know.
Yeah, it's like I'll catch up though. I will catch up. It's fine. I don't really need sleep. Who needs sleep? Like, it's fine. Agatha's on her 6th cup of coffee of the day already.
Al-Qaidi is just sort of nodding and is sort of looking quite kindly at you, and just glances at the sort of mug that you're gripping. You're like white knuckling.
Fine.
And Master Volker goes, right, well, this is you're sleep deprived. That's for sure.
Right.
You're sleep deprived, and this is not a good road for you, Agatha, to be honest.
Okay.
You need your mind. You're already playing catch up. You're doing a lot. Can I see your spell book? How far you've got with the extra work that I gave you?
Yeah, I've been trying. I did some last night, and I'm gonna do.
Look, this is lovely. You've got great penmanship.
Oh, thanks.
But this, in a way, I'm concerned, is what I'm saying. You're working your mind very hard every day. It's long days here. And then you go and work, and then you do it again. That's a lot to put your brain through. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I know. I can't really I don't know. I'm doing everything I can, but I can't stop anything. Like, I've got to go here, and they need me down at the pub because.
Is there any arrangement that you could do with your family about not working so late? Maybe.
Yeah, I could ask him if I could finish at 10 instead or something, so I can get home earlier. Or not. Or when do you think I should be back for?
I mean, I think only you can say.
All right. Okay.
But it's, I worry that you're putting yourself through a lot. I wasn't given a full dossier on what had happened. I'd love at some point to know. But I want you to be ready to talk about it, and either of us are here. If you didn't want to talk to us, there's always Mistress Yegros, who's the student welfare counsellor, if you wanted to talk to her about it. We're here for you, but we're also worried about you because, your hand's shaking right now.
She just sits on her hands.
Spilt a bit of coffee down your pinny.
Yeah.
Interestingly, another word for vagina.
And that amount of hours when you're using your brain is dangerous, and you're already on a list.
Yeah.
We're only saying this to protect you. We want you to talk to us about how you're feeling more than anything. You must be knackered.
Yeah, I'm really tired, and I'm acting differently, and I'm just kind of scared.
Master Al-Qaidi, he sort of scooches a bit off the chair that he's sitting on, so that he's kind of squatting in front of you as you're sat on the sofa, and just looks at you with these big brown eyes, and just sort of nods and goes, "It's hard, isn't it? It's a lot. It's a lot of change that you've been through. It's this is hard work for anybody. And you have so much extra, you have a lot going on. But we see that. We see the work that how conscientious you are.
I don't want to be a burden to anyone, though. I don't want, I'll speak to my mum and dad.
What makes you think that you're a burden?
Well, you're having to come check up on me and stuff.
That's absolutely our job.
Okay.
I know you feel like you were, like it was compulsory for you to work with us in the sand, but actually, I'd like it to be, is something that you possibly enjoy doing, and something that you can learn from. There's a lot of worth in what we do there, and if nothing else, you can just chat to me whenever.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. So I'm not in trouble. This isn't one of those I never really get in trouble, but I've seen my sister get in trouble before. So
no, I just we both kind of wanted to see how much you wanted to talk about the experiences that you've been through, how you got here in the first place, like how you're feeling, how you're adjusting. Did you want to bring your parents in to chat to us maybe?
No. I don't want to, they got, I've done enough, for them. I don't want to worry them or anything. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I'll cut down. I'll make sure I get good sleep and stuff.
Okay.
Catch up.
Okay. If you're happy, we're happy.
Okay.
And these two gents step out, and you're sort of left on the in the armchair that's sort of in the middle of the cloister.
Agatha's just sat there she's gone red again. She's just
Hariath, as you step in, you sort of see Agatha be immediately cornered by these masters, and you just sort of realize it's that you need to kind of scooch away because they're going to have a private conversation. You go into your room, and there is a jade-looking stone laying on your bed. It's like a kind of, it would be a full stone. It's been cut in half. It has like a geode, a kind of glittering geode inside of it. And there is a note next to it that instructs you that it was couriered here, and it's some kind of communication stone. Which you can activate should you wish.
Immediately I activate it. Yes, 100%.
Okay. Out of this stone is a projected image of your sister Isolde, who has light umber skin like yours, but these flushed cheeks and glossy lips, and her hair is this perfectly done do of immaculate pink curls, kind of 40s 50s style, somewhere between Rita Hayworth and Hedy Lamarr, and her eyes are these gleaming emeralds, and she just kind of comes up and is like, brother, hello, it is Sister Isolde. Oh God, I just wanted to contact you because we miss you so much, brother, and I wanted to know everything that's happened. It's like a pre-recorded message.
Yeah.
It has been such a long time since we've seen you, and I miss your face so much. But let me tell you, I want to know everything, but let me tell you what we've been up to. It has just been wonderful having father back. We all went on a hunt, brother, and you will be pleased to hear that I won the hunt. I got to eat the war cart all by myself. You were the only one that was ever really competition for me, brother. And I thought that Daddy might have been better, but actually when it came down to it, it takes such a long time, it takes an absolute age to be free of clipping. Did you know that when you took it on yourself? Anyway, he's perfectly hopeless. And so we were out hunting wargs, and then we came upon this funny little group of unregistered humans. Can you even believe? No idea how they got there. And they were begging us for all sorts of things, as they always do, couldn't possibly be interested at all. And I was all for sending them on their merry way, with them owing us so many favors. They'd be doing things for us for generations. But you know what mother can be like. So we had to arrest them. I don't think they'll be sent to the darkness, but they won't like the outcome, and that's for sure. I don't know why they bother to do it. Anyway, honestly, darling, it is so boring here without you. No one is as fun as you. I miss your face terribly. I'm going out tonight with Ingrid. Did you know that our cousins have been here? All this time since Daddy got back, they have simply been going on and on. They never stopped talking about what Daddy was up to all this time. And she kind of has a point. Uncle gets better all the time, but he's never really going to be the same ever again. And Ingrid just thinks that she has the right to know all the juicy details. I mean, hopefully tonight she won't be a complete bore about it. Most people seem to be slowing down for the change of the seasons, but I can't bear it. I kind of want to make the most of the end of our season, and we'll have all the time in the world to sleep after that. Oh, did you know that our brother Ewan, has been befriending your pal from Day Province? Is his name Cassidian? I can't really remember his name. Anyway, there's clearly some plot afoot, but I'm not worried about it. It's never a threat to me, and we'll find out soon anyway. But we are traveling to Day Province. You know how Mother likes a smooth transition from the season. And I've already had Hayden blathering on about propositioning me. I'm all for tantric, darling, but who has the time but the people who live in Bay Province? Anyway, enough. I want to hear all about what's been going on in your life. I want to know what clipping's been like, brother darling. And I want to know all about your funny little mundane friends. I want to know every single one of them. You've got to tell me absolutely everything. Anyway, tell me everything, and I love you, and I miss you. Anyway, Ingrid's calling me, so I do have to go, but I love you, darling. Goodbye. And it kind of poots out.
I think like halfway through, Harath kind of like there's the sort of the like thrill of kind of hearing from Isolde is fantastic, and then like hearing some of the stuff that is being spoken about, and then just thinking about the general gist of the whole sort of situation. The smile begins to fade, and like he sort of sits there for probably about a minute or two after hearing the message, sort of trying to think of like what to say, and he just sort of has a bit of a cry in his bunk, and I think packs the gem away like in a pocket to respond to later. I don't think it's there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, you can basically record yourself, but it'll be what gets sent back to her will be visual as well as audio.
Yeah.
Whenever you want.
Knowing this, he absolutely wants to compose himself before it actually before the time that he records. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Sunny.
Hi. Did I go to see Dr. Mims in my primary or?
If you,
I keep calling him Doctor.
I have no idea. If you feel like you would have done, you can. I would say this, that they are busy with a class, so you could like knock and wait, but they
Sunny's
won't be able
first
to give you a
thought
full
would have been
clock.
to go to worship and think they're there, and if they're not there, I think Sunny would go, right, I'm going to read these books in the temple, cathedral, church, whatever I'm calling it. Whatever you fantasy freaks call it. No, specifically whatever this school call it. and read the books in hope that Professor Mims comes by. So I think he's going to be reading the books if Dr. Mims is Professor Mims. Is teaching a class.
Can you please, as you sit in chapel and read specifically the more expensive book,
which is the story?
Yeah, it's the story. Can you please roll for me
I think I keep calling him Dr. Mims because it sounds like a Dr. Pepper ripoff. Like a regional American Dr.
Like
Dr.
a grape flavored Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Can you please roll for me wisdom and proficiency?
Fucking let's go.
Yeah.
21. 21 has been my number today. I've either rolled like arse or rolled a 21.
This, you're kind of scooched away to the side. It's a little quieter area, where it's. You begin to read, and this, it's one of those sorts of stories where you don't. The way that it describes the landscape, you immediately know this is not set in certainly not in Maradia, and you can't actually identify where it's set. And you start reading from the beginning, and then you start flicking through, and then you go back to the beginning, and there's just one point when you're like, oh God, this is so slow reading it, just like page 1, sentence 1, and you start flicking through, and this hand of somebody who's suddenly sitting next to you turns you back to the first page. This kind of caramel-skinned female hand just takes you back to the first page and points to the line where you left off. And when you turn to look, you swear you could feel the brush of hair, but then all you see is just a butterfly. And
I've got to read this book. I don't understand nothing that's going on.
You're reading. It is I'll say that what you get through in that class is. I'll tell you a little bit of what you get through, because I don't think maybe this is rude of me to assume, but I don't think Sunny's a speed reader.
Not at all.
So. There was a noble family in this fruitful, lush land. And the family lost the mother. It was the father and the daughter was the family unit. And the father wanted the daughter to marry somebody important. But the daughter did not have strong... She wasn't interested in romance and sexual feelings. So she what she wanted, she almost kind of wanted to become a nun because she wanted to be a healer, but she knew that it was she knew it was her duty. So she met with the person that she was supposed to be marrying, and this person was really I don't know, lusting after her. She could sense it in. So she refused. She said she didn't want to. She said that she was not interested in getting married, but certainly not to this person. It would be a really bad match. And the father turned on her and said that if she was not going to do her daughterly duty, he would exile her. But when he exiled her, he stripped her of every article of clothing she was wearing and sent her out without a stitch and without any belongings, and to shame her when she walked through the streets of the city. And she is terrified and that's what the bit that you get up to.
She's gonna do that, and then gonna have a look at the thing again of this like disrobed woman who everyone that has ever looked at it, and Sonny himself, is like, it's almost like noteworthy how unsexualized she is within it, and it's like, right, God, I hope it's not the patron saint of shame, because it's going to be a shame, really. And he's going to gather up his books and like head off to primary.
Cool. You guys have like the rest of your classes, and that is all great. And you go to clubs, which for Sunny is meditation, and for Agatha, I wrote this down, is Vintage Association. You arrive and it is immediately insanely boring to you. I.e., the first like lesson is fermenting 101, and you are immediately like, and it's quite like you have to go through all of this. The amount of barrels that have been exploded because people don't understand about burping barrels and all of that kind of stuff. You've got to learn it first, and there's going to be months of just learning all of this stuff, and so you're immediately kind of bored.
Is there any way Agatha can be like, really sorry, I know how to do this. Look, and then like just to show someone and be like, I have some homework I really need to catch up on. I promise I'll be here next time, but like I swear I do know this stuff.
You don't. This is clubs. This is not class. You don't have to be here.
Okay, cool. Agatha's gonna run to her cloister and try and get like a 45-minute nap.
Yes.
Bless her.
Very good. Yeah, all right. We'll circle back to that. Because the other person who's doing a club is Hariath, who goes to dance.
You said that like you didn't know who it was going to be.
Hariath, you go to dance class, which is actually an incredibly busy class. It's a club even. There are a lot of people in the like big theatre that you guys went to have your cultural studies class, and there are a lot of people there. Can you please roll for me a perception check?
Oh heck yes I can. Sorry, I'm just making sure that I don't die on you.
All of the Hugos are
there. Just doing really bad sort of tandem dancing.
No, they're river dance.
Yeah.
They all think they're Justin Timberlake.
That
was only an 11.
Oh, I've missed your rocket dance. It's been so long.
I find it very, very tricky to get like a belly laugh from Michelle, and that was one of the things that got it every single time. So it was just every now and then I'd just throw in a rockadong.
I love that much.
When you sort of stand there, there's a lot of like leotards and leg warmers going on. And you're sort of looking at this huge room full of people. There's a couple of people at the front who are like some of the Bard students come with cajons and bongos and are like doing a beat so that everybody can just do some warm-up routines. And you look and you see the girl you saw in the corridor yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Whereabouts is she?
She is the row behind you and to the right.
Cool. Can I like just surreptitiously like look to see if, just to keep my eye on a little bit, just to see if like there's any.
Are you trying to do it so that she doesn't notice you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, roll stealth for me then.
Oh God. That's minus 17. No, that's a 12.
You're great. I don't know why I've got you like clicking your fingers like a polite guy.
We're just fucking grapevining, Lydia.
You're grapevining. You're great. You're doing a gentle warm up grapevine. You're learning these routines that are for warm up, and you're kind of looking to make sure that you kind of constantly got on. And you lock eyes with her, and she absolutely glares at you and then walks away.
Like out?
You don't know. There's just a lot of people now in between her and you.
It's a fucking nightclub.
Cool.
A little bit.
Rugadong.
I love my 4 p.m. clubs.
That's right, bitches. Let's go. Fucking Zumba. Okay, right. Well, I mean, that's kind of. Can you just to make sure that I'm not freaking out about this person too much? Can I ask a different question? Is this like kind of, does it feel like it's going to be okay? We're all gonna dance, people. Is it like Peloton but for dancing, or is it, which is Zumba,
Yeah.
or is it like what vibe do I get from this?
Well, at the moment, the way it's put to you is that everybody warms up together, and then you can separate out into styles of dance.
Cool.
So it's not going to be one class with like 200 people in it.
We're doing fame.
Warm up is with everybody, and then if for the people who want to go and learn tap or river dance, then they go into one room. For people who are doing like group dancing, they go into another room. For people who are doing couples dancing or whatever, they go into another room.
Okay.
And the thing I'd say is this is people are like talking while it's happening. People are like moving. They're seeing their friend. They're moving to a different spot. So it's not unusual that she stormed off.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna do my thing for a little while. I'm presuming that the perception is kind of for good now. I'd probably like have a little look around to see if I know anyone in here, or whether I recognize anyone or anything like that, other than her.
Roll perception. Roll perception.
That's a 15.
You only recognize one other person, and they're up front, and it's Bing Bong.
I'm gonna stay where I am for now. That's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do my thing. I think I came with like in my bag at the back of the room, which I only assume is like in a pile of other bags and stuff. I bought all of the sort of like bits and pieces that I would like ordinarily use for like a dance sort of class in the Fae. Like I bought my sort of my chalks and my this and that and the other. But yeah, for now I'm just kind of going with the flow. Okay.
Once that happens, it is like there's a kind of weird period where it's like, if you want to go and do this, separating people out into like ballet and all of this sort of stuff, and you get quite a few people coming up to you going, do you have a partner for today?
No, I can't say I do.
And there's just a couple of people who are like nudging to come forward who also try. I'm asking him. I just wondered if you wanted, like, if you're going to do couples contemporary, it's quite competitive, and I just wanted to, like, I've done it for quite a few, like I've been trained already, and if you wanted,
Lydia, can you tell I'm not a dancer? Like what kind of thing do you think I would be into? Like couples contemporary sounds pretty good to me.
Last time
It sounds
Tom
like
did a
fun.
dance, he shattered his wrist against the wall, so you have to be very careful.
No, literally, that is the truth. I went to a dance class and broke my hand. Bad enough to have multiple surgeries.
Yeah.
So.
Here's the thing. I think what I will allow for you to imagine is that because there's you suddenly get this weird, intense feeling that there's a queue of people that all want to have this enormously tall, built guy to dance with, that you can extract some information, and essentially couples contemporary or couples lyrical is firstly the most sort of artistic. I mean, you can, if you do solo, it's extremely artistic. Couples is sort of quite fun though, because you get to obviously do it with somebody else, obviously. But both individual and couples is also the one that has school and competitions and against Kalak Yolas as well. So if you wanted, if you know, there's all sorts of like strip the willow and stuff like that, but that's not competitive dancing. So I think what would spark his like sportsman's joy would be this one that is like it the art of it goes hand in hand with, you can also get a really good score and beat people in it. So
I think and I think collaborative that but collaborative is absolutely what he's into. Yes, 100%. That is what I think he'll go for. And I think he does just go. He says, "I would be delighted to pretty much the first person who comes over." I think it's like, you asked 100%.
It's a female pink tiefling, very she's actually not a first year, she's a second year. She has like really well put together hair. Her like outfit is fucking immaculate. She introduced herself as Amber, and then she just turns around to everyone else and goes, "Let's go." And you both walk out into your own into this like room, and as soon as you walk into the room of like couples lyrical, couples contemporary, you immediately see this girl again that looks like Agatha standing next to a quite a built looking person who has like green and brown like marbled skin, and is wearing basically what would be a wizard's robe, but in a sort of Hulk style. They've ripped the arms off and there's like shredded bits here with these absolute guns standing there, and together
that is the cutest shit. Just
the big kind eyes, scruffy hair, and they are in a dance couple with this Agatha lookalike, and the Agatha lookalike immediately goes and like walks over to the other side of the room, and this green brown person watches and looks back.
And I give a wave and kind of like a I don't know kind of thing.
They follow their friend, but they've clocked you as
they're going to talk about you.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
There. Oh fuck. This is why I purposefully wasn't part of the mean girl group. 13.
This person does not. How do I put this? This person is not like giving you the evil eye, but at the same time is trying to. What you're doing is you're insight checking somebody who's insight checking you.
Yeah.
And then going, there's almost like you can also almost see their hand go up as if their instinct is to go forward and introduce themselves, and then they just think, actually, my friend is the priority, and just walks away and is like, I'm not even going to smile at you because I don't know where my allegiances are supposed to sit.
Yeah.
So goes over and just starts like awkwardly like.
And I turn around and say, so Amber, I mean, what is it? What kind of dance do you prefer? Is it?
I mean, I've always been lyrical, and she like, you're sort of standing near the wall, and she just hooks her leg up right by your shoulder and starts like leaning into like deep stretch. I do modern, contemporary, lyrical. I do tap and ballet, but this is my favorite. This is, I guess, like what I'm sort of best at. And, I'm going to be honest, there were a lot of people that have already asked me to be my partner, but as soon as I I don't want to be indiscreet, but it was my friend that you slept with last night, and so I already kind of knew about you, and I just kind of like, I just feel like I get a really good vibe from what you've brought.
That's
and
kind.
I just kind of feel like, well, I just want to sort of see, you just got to see, haven't you? Like,
of course.
And she sort of like puts her hands on your shoulders and goes, I can just see that you're going to be so good at the lifts, and like lifts get you so many points that I just kind of figured like, let's just see.
Of course. And you say, let's just see. Is this something that we compatibility is a large part of this? Is it something that isn't? It's not set in stone.
You can. I mean, you have different people all the time, but if you're really serious about doing well in the competitions, you need to know who your partner is going to be, right? So that so that you can absolutely get.
Of course. Okay, that's good to know. It's right. I start to limber up and kind of start to kind of like do my stretches. I think and I kind of like explain this to her at the same time as doing it, but I kind of like start with, I think it's like a sort of Tai Chi style kind of movement routine that is very much based in prowess of your own body, and kind of slow sort of movements, like coiled pressing movements that kind of start to get faster and faster, and it's that kind of dance that I think Harath sort of starts with as like his own kind of warm-up type thing. But
she like watches that for a second, then have you seen
here we go.
Have you seen the current TikTok meme where somebody like goes into a deep second plie and somebody else hooks that? I'm going to send you the TikTok. She basically waits until you have like squatted down and sort of climbs you and hooks her leg round and like points dramatically into the distance. And then as you move, she's just like she's just shamelessly like slithering around your body and constantly off the floor and being extremely performative about something that is actually quite subtle and interesting. And
Harath is absolutely too tactful to be like fuck off, but anyone watching sort of like it's a fucking warm up. It's very much like kind of the
Harath doing the British eyebrows.
Like very much like a kind of what is okay. I mean, I'll let it happen.
Can you for the rest of this club, can you just roll me like can you roll me a performance check?
Yeah.
See how well you pick up some of the routines that they give.
It was a 12.
Okay, and then can you also?
The Macarena is a hard dance, Tom. You can't believe
It
this.
is.
It gets
So
so
is it-
fast.
Is it palms down first or is it palms up?
And I never
Is
know
it-
which way to jump. And it's
Can you then give me just a straight charisma roll to
Yeah.
see how well you're vibing with Amber?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a 15.
I mean, you kind of by the end, you sort of see, though it was really embarrassing and you were trying to do something completely different, you sort of see that what she was trying to do is immediately connect in a physical way so that you by the time it gets to the end, you're sort of doing that social dancing where you sort of can tell where she's going to go and you can pick her up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
once Saturday night comes on, you get into your mood. Saturday night.
You're doing like the monkeys walk corridors. Yeah. You what was your
God?
Do.
do.
Oops. Oh, so this we do this one all the time in the play. Well,
It just sat on the
what was
ground.
your performance role? What was your performance role?
It's a 12.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it is. They certainly do kind of that. The teacher and their assistant shows you a sequence that's actually really long, and then go
Yeah.
and so do that. And there's a couple of times when you're like, that's a really long sequence to remember.
Yeah.
But you don't do too badly, and she kind of, when you part ways, she's like, yeah, I mean, thanks, that was great. Let's like chat about next time, yeah?
Of course. Let's leave it at the door.
And as you're sort of literally leaving the door into the corridor, as there's other people, she just sort of does a real like puts her hand on your like chest and then like walks away, even though there wasn't really a joke happening. She's just like, oh my God. And saunters off, like looking at people going, oh, yes. And you can see she's immediately going into conversation about how she's just danced with a fae being.
I just stand there for a second and go, grab my bags and make my way out.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, you have now important question as we begin to kind of like wind down. Agatha, are you working tonight?
I think Agatha goes to her room for a nap and then is like actually just too afraid to leave her room.
Ooh.
not in like a like she's literally scared to leave the room, but she's like, okay, I've got to go see Kai and then I've got to learn this magic, but she's got that kind of, she's scared about like learning more magic. She knows she needs to go have this conversation with her parents of like, I can't work, but I think she's also a bit scared that she'll end up talking herself into like, no, it's no, it's fine, like I will keep doing it, it's fine. And she knows that can't be the answer. So I think she's just like sat in her room and like, when you get like paralyzed by like, I need to do all of these things so I can't do anything. It's that. She's like, I need to do this, and this, and I need to find this person for George, and I need to like make sure that other people in the cloister are okay, and I need to like I need to do magic, but not too much magic, and I have so much work to do, but I can't do too much because I might break. So yeah, I think that's actually what happens to Agatha. Okay,
I think at one point, as you are sitting on the edge of your bed staring at the wall, Navma kind of pulls the door to one side. What is?
What? What?
You like missed dinner?
Oh, I'm not hungry.
This is bullshit. I brought pie. She pulls out like a little napkin, opens it up.
Thanks.
Don't skip meals.
Sorry.
No, what is?
I don't know what to do. I've got to catch up, but like I can't overwork myself. I know I can't really do any more shifts at the tavern, but I don't know. Like I feel like they need me there. Like they've been like my parents were getting ready to retire, and I was going to take over, and I was going to do all that stuff, and you know I'm only going to be here for a year, so I thought I'd just do it all. But like I don't know. And then like I need to go like fix my spells, but every time I cast a spell, I'm like, oh, what if this is the time that like is too much? So I'm just sitting here, not doing anything, and she goes back to just staring at the wall.
Okay. Well, that is a lot. I see. So let's go through what you just said. Your parents, were they going to retire this year?
I'm not like straight away, but like pretty soon.
Okay, don't worry about that then. They can wait. That can wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the pup does well? Yes.
Yeah, but like Mel doesn't do the stuff that she needs to do, and then like it you know, then that means like my mum and dad have to do it, or like, and they're kind of
Well, they
like
could afford to take on someone part time.
yeah, I guess.
But would it be hard to ask them? Would they be angry?
I don't know.
But you could try.
Yeah, but I broke into someone's house today pretending to be a washerwoman, and now I'm going to be in trouble, and I've never been in trouble before. I never.
Oh my god, you've got to get into some trouble. I've broken into quite a few houses.
Like just for fun.
Yeah.
Don't you like? Oh, I was gonna say, don't you get caught? But of course,
People
not.
kind of think that I'm there to like steal, but I don't like to steal. I just like to kind of. I mean, I guess I steal because I eat a bit of cheese or something. And I like look at all their things, and then I just sneak out, and I get caught sometimes, and I'm like, and I run.
I mean, that does sound fun. Yeah, I guess I never really thought of like just breaking in just because like you're in somewhere that you're not meant to be. That does sound kind of fun.
It is fun. So what you did today was kind of badass.
Was it?
Yeah.
I fell at the first hurdle. I gave in straight away. They didn't believe me at all.
Yeah, but it was a pretty bad idea because you were trying to be somebody that they already knew who they were.
Yeah.
But you know, there's nothing, you know, I think it was like the spirit of it, like that means that you have to be really brave. And then, you know, as for all of like the other things, when you cast the spell, do you not feel in control?
Yeah. Yeah,
Then
I do.
worrying about you're doing so well.
But everyone's like worried about me. And it's making me feel like I need to be worried about me.
Why are they worried about you?
They're like walking on eggshells. Like they're like waiting for me to snap.
Because you conjure dicks. Like, I wish I could conjure a fucking dick now and again.
No, it's not because I conjure dicks, I don't think.
Why is it then?
I read this book and like I did kind of a big spell and it didn't like go right.
What happened?
I was just reading this book that
Where'd you get the book from?
that guy, Kai.
That pretty boy?
He left it, and I was just reading it because, like, he's so infuriating. He'd come in every day and he'd be talking about how much he knows about magic and stuff. So I would just read his book so I could be like, yeah, I know what you're on about. And then he left this other book, and I was like, just reading it, and I was like, I couldn't like get the words right. I couldn't understand how they meant to sound. So I like read it, and then I think I like kind of summoned something, but like I didn't do it right. It was really horrible. It was like screaming at me and like reaching out at me, and like it wasn't like fully formed. It was really. I have nightmares about it, and I just couldn't get it stopped. And that's why they're like.
Okay, so that's pretty bad, but like, first of all, what kind of dodgy book was that? And why was that guy with the quiff, why was he even bringing it into your pub? Like, that's super dodgy. And
I don't know.
like, but like every spell that you cast out of your spell book, I mean, you know, you clearly learned them from him. That's why your mage hand is like blue or whatever, but you're pretty, you know, I don't know. I think you're doing great. You don't need to worry.
All right, maybe I don't. You're just like the first person to tell me I don't need to worry.
Oh, really? Okay. No, don't worry. Like, I think, you know, they make it sound really scary because people die here all the time, but I don't think that's going to be you.
Do you have like the gift, like you can see the feature and stuff?
I mean, sometimes I think that I do, but in like a very functional, real sense, I don't.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So it is more like a gut feeling, not like a divination. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I'm like, no, I don't really. I mean, I kind of do. No, I don't. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's going to rain. And then it does. And then I'm like, I did that.
Yeah.
But in a real sense, I absolutely didn't.
Because it's more like the clouds go grey, and then you're like, it's gonna rain.
Yeah. But it's fun, you know, to go. I feel it in my waters. I love saying that kind of stuff, you know.
It is kind of fun. Yeah, that is kind of fun. All right. Yeah. Well, thanks.
Look, eat a pie.
Okay.
You know, I got some whiskey. And I was just kind of thinking about like, this is weird. I didn't really want to, I don't know if you're going to work today, but I didn't really want to go to like, go out into the town. But I thought we could just like go to other cloisters and go, hey, we're Cloister Dodecker. Who are you?
Yeah, we can do that. Well, I was meant to, I don't know if the time's gone, but I was meant to go meet Kai because he was going to help me fix my spells.
You're going to go and meet Kai.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because that guy, you know, I mean, he'd pull your pigtails if you had them.
Oh, don't do that. Like, oh, he teases you because he likes you thing, because that's like, I think.
I know it's bullshit. It's total archaic bullshit.
Yeah.
He also gave you like, she picks up your spellbook. This is chic as shit.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Like, it's got a because you're mead thing, like a bee thing. Like, that person thinks about you. Like, he's a little boy, so you can like forget him.
Yeah.
But also, you didn't want to.
He's fine. He's just, you know, like, he can do something sweet like this, and then he's like just a complete dick.
Oh, a complete dick. Yeah. I kind of feel like all the people here, or lots of the people here, they're all very, very showy.
Yeah.
But they're all like little puppies, really. You know Pluto?
Yeah.
You know Pluto? When I came in, he was like up in the reading nook on the balcony, and I swear he was crying. I was like, what's going on? And he was like, oh, I just like nothing. I'm fine. I was like, tell me. I won't tell anyone. I'm telling you. But I was like, I won't tell anyone. And
Yeah,
then
you gotta tell me everything.
he was like, well, this person that is in my class didn't come back this year, and like I liked her, and I was like, everybody is just like a little puppy.
Oh, and that's.
He's all moping about because he liked this person in this class, and then she didn't come back this year.
Oh, poor Pluto.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to struggle. Have you seen him? Have you seen that top
Yeah,
knot?
I swear I like my hands go clammy just every time he's in the room.
Yeah. I mean, those leather trousers are tight. He knows what he's doing.
What is it with everyone wearing leather trousers around here? My
I know,
professor wears
Hariath?
them.
Hariath?
Yeah.
This shit is distracting.
Yeah, like, why can't people just wear normal clothes? I'm trying to concentrate.
She's standing there like with her leg up on a seat, wearing tight leather trousers and thigh-high boots, going, it's really ridiculous, like lunging into the
Agatha just goes red and it's like, all right, I need to go. But do you want to come with me? Is basically what I was gonna say. And then we can like maybe go meet some other people, and then maybe I'll go do a couple of hours at the tavern. And will you come with me though? Because I'm.
You're not walking home alone. No way.
Okay, thank you.
She like skips out into the cloister. Boys, we're going to go and do some things. You want to come?
Literally always.
Yeah. Sunny, you're going to come?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. You've got 2 books to read, and you sort of.
I'm going to study, so like you can bring it with you.
We're going to do a bit of homework. Then we're going to get to know some other cloisters, and then we're going to go and so that she can do some hours and walk home.
I was about to say, I feel like we haven't gotten to know many of the other cloisters in our year.
Yeah, we need to figure out what they're doing for the Golden Griffin Cup.
Well, exactly.
Because then we can run an underground betting ring over who's going to win it. So even if we lose it, we can make a shit ton of money.
Oh wait, I can. She pulls out of her cloak a couple of sheets of paper. I wrote down like what some of the, because you remember I went spying in the library. Some interesting things, but also like a bit vague at the moment. People were just sort of like, well, and
we can also implant ideas that sound impressive at first into people's heads. Just sort of accept them. Also, Never, I've got something for you. Well, it's not like a gift. It's just something I have that like I'm trying to. It's a long story, and maybe I'll explain the part about it before, but I thought it might be useful for you. And I'm going to hand her my lock of trickery. So, it's not so you can hide your stuff. It's for like practicing, because like you're not going to get a better lock to practice on than this because it like magically changes. So like you're just the same lock that you can just practice, and it tries to trick you. So it's like because you're like so good at your sneak, like they've only got so much they can teach you before you're just sitting in class with your thumb at your ass. So I figured like at least you can practice and get your skills going.
God, thank you so much. Immediately, like you guys go and you read your book, you do your work with Kai. Hariath, I'm not quite sure what you do.
So I think Sunny also wants to give everyone an update on what's going on with the Saint thing, naturally, because he's like, so like I'm reading this story and it's like about a woman who has all of her stuff taken away because she doesn't want to be in forced marriage and she's not really like into it and stuff for lots of reasons, and then like her dad just sort of like takes away all of her stuff, clothes and all, and just sends her out into the desert, and it's all like, so I'm currently thinking this is her, and like I don't know, like I've only read like the first like 30 pages, but I'm starting to think that maybe I should just take all my clothes and all my belongings off and walk into the desert in the middle of the night. So that's where I'm at.
I don't think that's. How about
wait,
plan B?
freedom of expression. Now, it would be rude not to try it.
I mean, the only way to understand how someone else is feeling is to, like, walk a mile in their sandals, or lack of,
Or
in
lack
this
of.
situation.
Yeah.
I also might
willing to
die.
do it with you.
No, see, this is the thing. I think friendship is one of the things that would mean that I I do. Maybe you could walk me to the edge of town and take my clothes back, and then come meet me like a few days later or something.
Now, this is where I'm with Agatha, I suppose. If this deity is against friendship, this is not the deity.
No, they're not against it. They just didn't have it. So I'm trying to put I still don't know what her whole deal is. But again, I am only 30 pages into this quite big book. I think it's about 700 pages. But like, I'm sort of at the narrative prologue. So like, there's lots.
This
to
is
go.
the most Sunny move ever, to read chapter 1 and then just feel like the answer is to recreate every chapter of the book that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Sorry, you misspoke. You said Sunny. You meant to say Nikki.
So yeah, basically that's my current thought. I'll keep you updated as I read, but I just want to keep you guys abreast of what's going on.
All right. Thanks for
And
letting us know.
because you guys have got different life experiences, you might have like a different perception. Because my first thought was, oh, maybe it's shame is like this person's deal, but like maybe you guys have got different perceptions on what emotions or what virtues that experience would evoke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how like they say that like if a marmot could speak common, you still wouldn't be able to communicate with them.
What a quaint little saying.
Because like their frame of references is so off.
Yeah.
That like you wouldn't be able to like relate to them on like a mental level, like beyond just like the language barrier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sonny. Yeah, Sonny. We get it. I get it. I don't think it's shame though. I think it'll be something to do with the fact that
maybe she comes back and kills him afterwards, and it's like rage or revenge or something.
That would
Could
not be a
be.
plot twist.
I think you should finish reading the book and find out the ending.
Yeah, you probably should, but it's just so much. And then when I was in the temple, I started reading it. I was really struggling. And then a woman made a butterfly like help me, and I was like, oh, that's really helpful. But then she turned into a butterfly and disappeared, and I'm just like really struggling because all these things keep happening to me, and it's like just really distracting because like. Craig went and got his ankle slit, and like this woman's a butterfly, and that man in that house wants to pipe me, and I'm just trying to get my schoolwork done.
I mean, sorry, did you say that someone turned into a butterfly?
Yeah, there was like a woman, like she like pointed to, she like I was like flicking through to see if I can get to like a really juicy bit to like capture my attention and be like, oh, I wonder why that happened, to inspire me to like read from the beginning. And she like turned the pages, pointed to the beginning. Then when I turned to look at her hair brushed my shoulder, and then she was a butterfly. So
So I suppose you've read. What I would take away from this conversation is you've read quite a lot into the fact that this saint had no clothes on, and a little bit less about the lived experience that you've just come across that is quite real and quite magical, I would assume.
Oh shit!
Maybe. Yep.
Oh, I didn't even think that the butterfly and the woman were the same thing.
Yeah.
Me. Also, right, so the cleric teacher was like, you can freak out and still be doing the right thing, and it's absolutely scrambled my brain, because, like, I just don't understand.
That seems wildly counterintuitive.
Right from the cleric teacher as well. Also, he gave me this, and then Sonny holds a piece of paper that says, Sonny can do whatever he wants, and it's signed by the teacher. and I don't even, like, it feels important, but, like, I don't know.
Right,
I look at Agatha and go, absolutely keep that.
Yeah, keep it.
keep
Keep it safe.
I've been using it as a bookmark.
Right, just keep it safe because you might. I feel like you're going to need that at some point.
It's freaking me out, guys.
Speaking of freaking out, that person that looked like Agatha was there at the dance club.
Yeah, how was everyone's club? So how was dance?
Wait, what?
Dance was great. I met a second year. Amber. She was nice.
Right. That is possibly the meanest thing I've ever heard you say about someone.
You wouldn't even say that about me.
Harath looks at you and kind of goes, so
So
yeah.
just Adam goes, he just said she was nice.
No, look, she was very good at what she did. But this other Agatha was there.
Can you find out her name so you don't keep calling her
Yeah,
other
it's quite
Agatha?
a lot.
Do you think that might be why she's upset with me?
Whether you think she's someone else.
We could
consistently.
come on now. We're going round. We're literally gonna go to different
Yeah, we can
cloisters.
find that.
You and me, let's go to different cloisters now. These guys, they got work to do.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to find
I
out
was only
everyone's-
going to
wait,
play with this Rubik's Cube, but I can go with you to different cloisters
What
to find
Rubik's
this other
Cube?
Agatha.
What is a Rubik's
Well, it's
Cube?
really cool. This thing, it's like the coolest game ever. I'm never going to be able to solve this lock that Sunny just gave me. It's the coolest gift ever. I was just going to stop playing with it, but actually, I think right now I can go and we can go and find other Agatha.
I would just want to know how everyone's class was, like clubs was, because we only see each other in between in the evenings, and I feel like we've got to keep each other abreast because what if it's what friends.
I really am very good at non-magical gymnastics.
Oh.
Like doing flips and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went and had a nap instead because
Oh shit! I had a nap in my class too, and then at the end of it, my teacher was like, "Sonny, you did so well," and I was like, "Thanks, sir," and I just sort of left. I don't remember what
I
happened.
might switch over to meditation. Maybe that's
I tell you something. I took my shoes off at the door, sat down, and almost immediately fell asleep.
Yeah.
It's Brewers and Vintners that you're at, right?
Yeah, but nobody knows how to do anything. I thought it's silly. I thought they'd know the basics, but oh my god,
I mean,
they
look,
can't even put a tap on a barrel. Ugh.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Yeah. Wait, a tap?
Yeah, what's that part? Is that the bit that goes in the top?
No, when you do that, the.
I don't usually do that.
Tap
Somebody does that bit for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Same.
that's what
I don't think I've ever done that myself.
Yeah. Anyway, I know what it is. So
Maybe you should
An
do
easy win.
meditation.
yeah, maybe.
A big W. All right.
That's going to be some Fae bullshit. I wouldn't worry. Tom's just going to start coming in with some Twitch slang as where I'm from, we say poggers.
I was about to
Way to
Are you
go,
saying
pog
that-
chap.
Are you saying that digital media marketing is fake? I'm looking for some big W's today, guys.
We're looking for a BHAG. What's a BHAG?
Yeah,
Okay, so Harath, are you heading off to find other Agatha?
yes, yeah. I suddenly feel for the first time in this campaign like a first year, going around, sort of being dragged around by Nevma, kind of going, "Hi, I'm Harath." Hi.
You start to go to different cloisters and sort of peeking your head in, and she's got all the confidence in the world. She just kind of walks in and is like, right, so what's all this about, to everybody that she kind of meets. And it turns around and goes, "Is she here?" And you're like, "No, let's go." And moves. And then you get to Cloister Decatessera, which is obviously 14, and obviously, absolutely obviously, and you walk in and practicing some of the dance moves is the couple that you saw, including other Agatha and Big Chap.
Oh, practicing. Oh, right. Okay. I kind of stop at the doorway and kind of knock a little bit and say, like tap Nevma next to me and kind of go, "Hello there. My cloister mate and I were just going around some of the other cloisters trying to ingratiate ourselves, say hello to people."
There's like you you caught them at like the Dirty Dancing final lift, and they're both just looking at you, and the green and brown person carefully places this quite petite human back down on the ground, who just goes and walks into her room, and the big person steps forward. I say big person like they're a fucking beefcake, but they step forward just as you sort of have this instinct to follow her. Hi, I'm Cole.
Hariath, it's a pleasure. We were just, as I say, making the rounds, trying to say hello to all of our fellow first years.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry. I apologize if this is abrupt. Your friends seem to know me, and for the life of me, I couldn't tell you where from. I mean, she's evidently left.
Yeah. Just this like warm face that is like stone, that's sort of not going to let you walk past them to the door, but is absolutely not confrontational.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
is just like, yeah.
Well, listen. It's a pleasure, Cole. Truly. I brought a gift for your cloister, and I take out some of the Fey Tani, and sort of like hand it over to Cole, if Cole accepts. Sorry, can I get Cole's pronouns?
Oh, he, they.
He, they. Cool. I give the Tani over, and say, and hey, we one of our cloister works in town. She works in a pub. If you would like to meet us there at any point, I keep forgetting. I keep on wanting to say apiary.
It's the Apony.
Apony. Sorry.
Right. It's not easy to remember.
And I say, she works at the Apony. We go there quite a lot.
Are we going now?
If you would like.
I mean, I could go now.
Of course. If you would like to go now, you are more than welcome to come with me. Come with us.
He like walks over to the door, sticks his head in, and like flinches away from something that gets thrown and goes, "It'll just be me."
Okay. Not a problem. And as I say, I hand the Tani over to Cole, and say, if you'd like, you can join us right now. If not,
they kind of they make gestures as if they're going to change, and then say that they'll catch up with you, and you go on your way. And I think, looking at the time, this would be a good time to stop. But not a cliffhanger exactly, except does Cole change? But that's so yeah. Sorry, basically nothing that I thought was going to happen in this session happened this session. You guys, I never know what's
We
going to
beefed
happen
it
with you
so
guys.
hard.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
But that's great. Thanks, guys. We will pick this back up next week.
Thank you, Lydia.
Thanks,
so
Lydia. It was
Thank you,
fun.
Lydia.
Breaking into a house, having
Failing asking the right
breakdown.
questions.
Yeah.
At the beginning it was like, but I've got battle maps ready. Listen, this is what I've always wanted campaigns where it is not that traditional thing of roll for initiative, It's talking a way out of it or doing the actual sensible thing in any given situation and not just killing people when you find
it felt dangerous to chase that person further down.
For sure.
And,
For sure.
Like Sonny might be emboldened by a pleasant life, but he does not think himself a vigilante. Like,
yeah. Vigilante.
Like,
yes.
Reacting to something in the heat of the moment, and casting magic missile or something, or trying to find someone, but he's not going to chase them down and stuff like that, because that's when the lines start to get blurred.
Was time.
Yeah.
If he runs for 30 seconds, that's time for him to go. Actually, this isn't right. It has to happen quickly. Whereas anything that forces you to stop and think, you're like, wait, no.
Yeah. And also in those situations, I personally believe that the best thing to do is to help the person who's been hurt rather than it's that thing.
Hot take, Nikki.
Yeah, it's that thing where there's it's a really toxic male fantasy thing of some bloke says something mean to my girlfriend, so I got to kick his ass. And well, actually, why don't you just talk to your partner and make them okay and feel safe? There's a different priority. But so I'm going to kill Bing Bong. I was really thinking you were going to say that Pluto was he called me Moss.
Yeah, I was like, please tell me Pluto's not crying for this reason.
No.
Yeah. Sonny needs to bump into these people he said mean things to again, because there's another side to Sonny. Also, he's going to walk naked into the desert.
No.
Looking forward to that. This is going to fast become that essentially. What's that very old computer game called where you just get dysentery in the Wild West?
The Oregon
Trail to Oregon.
Trail to Oregon.
Yeah. It's just going to be that.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. for it. Thanks very much, guys. We'll pick this up next week, and we will get to a point where it's and then there's 2 weeks. It's not going to be every single living out in real time.
Sure.
I want 365 days in this world.
Yeah.
If we do, I would have to actually give you a diploma.
Yes.
If I can put that bad boy on my CV, I'll do it.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Thanks, everyone.
Love,
See you
love.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.